Roethlisberger
What about him?
saying, "I can win like this." With what?
I could win. I could win.
Yeah. All I do is win, and then and then and then get busted for illegally soliciting a 17-year-old. Wait, what?
Excuse me?
Uh,
Hi, I'm Chris Hansen. Ben, can you come sit over here?
apparently never. Hey, he got acquitted, so
Yeah, well, if the dick don't fit, you must have quit.
Oh, God.
that's right.
if
That's right.
Come
it
up
worked,
with that one.
if it worked for OJ,
Lord.
or if the glove don't fit, you're full of shit.
Yeah, that's another good one.
I love Van Wilder.
If the dick don't quit, you're full of shit.
Yep. It's like that TV show, Temptation Island.
That is the stupidest show on TV.
It's all fucking
It's not the stupidest show. There's a lot of stupider shows.
16,
But I refuse to watch
16
that.
and pregnant.
That's even worse.
The new episode. I don't know. All right.
There's a part on the TV that says, that's a little better.
The new episodes of Temptation Island aren't that bad. I mean, they're hilariously bad.
They're a train wreck. It's like watching Love and Hip Hop.
No, it's not like watching Love and Hip Hop. It's seriously,
The original
dude,
ones.
dude. This one is like watching just couples implode.
By the way, there's one time I would love to see, and it's literally like a straight up gay couple go there and just have sex with everybody on the island, and they're like, yeah, we're back together.
Well, the funny thing is, all right, I watched the finales. Okay,
Yeah. Well, because SmackDown was on and nothing else was better afterwards.
two couples got married.
Okay.
Well, three broke up. Two got married.
There were only 4 couples.
Yeah, here's how it happened. Well, the one dude, this John and Katie, they broke up.
Okay.
John and Kate plus 8?
Katie was unfaithful. Katie was unfaithful to
Yeah,
John.
okay, it was the Christian couple. Okay, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I know who you're talking about.
The southern one, where and now she's like with this. Now she was dating this dude from New York City afterwards, and they were living together. And he's like, "Fuck this, get out of my house." Then there's, all right, that was that. Then there was a older man and a younger woman, like 25 years old, from Chicago.
Yeah, the African American couple.
Yeah, no. One's an African American.
Okay, yeah, okay, yes.
Yeah. And she's like, I just need to be by myself. So
Yeah.
yeah. So they ended up, leaving. They ended up, they ended up breaking up. Then
I've watched like 2 seconds of it and I turned it off. I just could not stomach it.
all right, then we have Evan and Casey. Casey was all like, I love Evan. Apparently, Evan found this girl, Morgan, and dumped Casey. And has since proposed to Morgan.
Dude,
I
remember original Temptation Island when they used to give money away for staying together with the person.
Yeah, but the thing is that they gave money away to get a person who's like, I hate you. I don't want to be with you anymore, but we'll stay together because you're going to pay us $10,000.
They all still got paid. They were their free will. They got 20,000 an episode.
Really get paid for that? You don't think they honestly still get paid? They just don't tell you.
They got 20,000 an episode apparently.
Yeah, they got paid. They got paid to do the episode, but like they didn't get paid to be like, oh, stay together.
At this point, who even cares?
Yeah, it wasn't a stay together bonus. And then we had What?
Just there wasn't a stay together bonus. It sounds like something from like the NFL. It's like, oh yeah.
Right. Stay together bonus. No. There wasn't a stay together bonus this time. Instead, there was just like a guy. Instead, they had him.
Heartbreak.
So the guy broke up. Yeah, so the guy broke the girl's heart, and the girl's like, "I hope you did it," and she's like, "You broke my heart," and just crying the whole time. But then you find out like that she was manipulative and giving him a bunch of ultimatums, like "Marry me or else." It's like, I don't want to marry you. Okay, bye. You know.
Kick rocks with flip flops.
Yeah. Then the African American couple actually stayed strong and stayed together and got married. And they're engaged to get married.
Yeah, but will they actually get married though? That's the thing.
Oh, they had the whole 6 months later.
Yeah, they do the 6 months later thing. So they actually keep in touch with these people.
Yeah, and 6 months later, that African American couple is going through wedding planning. Like, she's trying on dresses. They're doing the whole thing. And Evan then proposed to Morgan. He moved away from. Oh, he moved away from I think it was Seattle or something like that, and he's in DC, on the East Coast in DC now.
Ah, so he pulled a Bryce Harper.
Yes, I'm going. Yeah, I'm going to DC. Yeah, to be with Morgan, and they're together.
All right, so it's just let's just grab anything off of this then, because this is the only thing that's working.
All right, I see you're on.
Yeah, we're live.
I see that.
We've been live for a good 8 minutes.
Oh, because I was still hosting. Because I was still on hosting Maximilian Dude.
Well, I refreshed it. Now I'm on the real screen. So
yeah, I'm on This Ad Supports Twitch. This ad supports Twitch.
Yeah, it doesn't support me yet.
Yeah.
When that happens, then we be making some money.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Unlike someone that we know that tried to bring a podcast back.
Oh yeah. Oh, Ronnie, please don't forget. Otherwise, I won't be able to go to work tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah, because. Yeah, John, the latest in the car saga is the transmission's on its way. I think they got it, and hopefully I'll get it back by next week.
It's in
nice.
It's in Chicago.
It's in transit.
Yeah, which means
No, they said they'd call me when it's done, so I imagine they got it.
How long did they give you How long did they give you to do it to get it all done?
Well, they didn't give me an estimate yet because they had to order the transmission after that. Like they said,
What kind of car is it?
2013 Nissan Sentra.
And the trans went already?
Yeah, because the trans Nissan put in it was a piece of shit.
Obviously.
Yeah, so I'm getting a whole new transmission, not a 2013 one, like an actual one.
An actual working one, not with rubber bands and paper clips?
No, I mean
6 months later.
No, it's shut up. That's not fun. It's still a CVT. No, it's still a CVT. No, it's still a CVT, and they said basically once they do it, it'll probably be probably a couple days. Once they get the transmission, it'll probably be around a couple days.
Yeah, usually it doesn't take that long to do that, but it depends on the shop.
Right, they have to put it in, then they have to take it to the Nissan dealer. Nissan's got to program it.
Who's flipping the bill for this? Are they flipping the bill or are you flipping the bill?
They are.
Oh, good.
Dude, Drive Time actually does something. I've heard horrible things about Drive Here, and I was like, oh God, was Drive Time the same thing? No, Drive Time is actually pretty cool. They're actually really good because I was like, yo, I'm not going to be able to make my car payment because I don't have a car right now. And I have to pay to, do freaking ride sharing.
He's got to pay the goober.
Uber.
Yeah, I got to pay the Lyft.
They didn't give you a loaner car to use?
No, because it's not the dealer. It's Like Drive Time doesn't have loaner cars. Like what they do is rental reimbursement. But I don't have. But here's the funny thing: the rental car, to pay for a rental car costs like a ton more than it does for Lyft. It's weird to say, but it's true.
Well, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Gotta, I guess.
All right.
Yeah. And they have Lyft reimbursement, so I put in for that, and I'll get a check for probably like $150 in probably what, like now 9 days.
9 days later.
9 days later.
It's there, you know what I mean? At least it's there. It's not like other places like, oh, we'll cover your car. Fuck you.
Thank you for the money.
When I bought my new car, it well, it wasn't new, but it was a 2012 or something. 2006.
About my new used car.
But when I got it,
it's
like
my piece of shit car. Piece of shit car.
Okay, Ronnie, enough. They had something wrong with it. I brought it back to the dealership the next day. They gave me a loaner car. They gave me crap.
Yeah, well, that's at the dealership.
Yeah.
That's at the dealership. Drive Time's not really like a dealer, you know. They're like a car lot place that helps people with bad credit.
Oh, that's where I got mine, but they still gave me a loaner car. It's, like I said, a piece of garbage, but still ran. Still got me from point A to point B until the car was ready.
Yeah, I asked Drive Time about that. They're like, sorry, we don't give me we don't give you a loaner car. It sucks. Oh well. Like, where did you get your car?
Who, me?
Yeah.
It was a place on Route 18 in East Brunswick. I forget the name of it.
Is it actually like a dealership?
Well, it's like a used. They deal mostly in used cars.
All right.
They've been around for about 15 years because I bought my last car, my white truck that I used to have. Ronnie remembers that truck.
Yep.
That thing, I rode that thing right into the ground, boy.
Damn.
Oh no, it was a Ford. It was a Ford Bronco. It was a Ford Explorer. I ran that sucker till it was dead. I got it in 90. I got it in 2001, 2002, and I ran it until just about 2 years ago. Transmission really fell out of it. But it was what it was. I miss it, but I like what I have now.
All right. Let's
Yeah. Well, we were talking about piece of shit cars. Now we are done.
Well, that was all. I said what I had to say.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest piece of shit car I ever had was an '85 Corolla.
Oh, if you want to talk about piece of shit, the first car I owned was a piece of shit. 70 Caprice.
Oh.
You want to talk about a boat on wheels? My God.
Dude, my car was piss yellow. Okay.
Mine was powder blue with a dent in the hood, with a dent on the passenger side. No radio with just AM/FM radio. No back speakers. One hubcap. That car was garbage. Period.
All right. You want to get started?
I thought we were, but go ahead.
I got to do the intro at least.
Oh, I figured we'd do our little half hour of wrestling.
Well, we'll do that. We'll factor that into the show.
Oh, okay.
Just no more Ronda Rousey talk. I'm sick of that.
Oh, no, we're going to be talking about that bitch. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Nerd Zone on the NERDPORT Network. On this episode, we are talking the road to WrestleMania, March Madness, a lot of retirements, and... oh, no, there's a lot of retirements. And, well, the NFL.
And tomorrow's the start of the MLB season, too.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Well, it's already technically started.
But start tomorrow.
Brackets burned, maybe.
Hence why I said March Madness. Let's get this started. gentlemen, we are back.
Jawville Beats.
Yeah, pretty much. It's close.
Jawville Beats, kid.
Hey,
fuck?
hey, it was copyright-free music.
Yeah, by Jawville Beats. Or like one of them like sites where rappers go to get beats to rap on shitty.
Oh, that's pretty much what this is. Thank you, Spotify, for finding me this.
Oh, poor rappers beats.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what I got. Yeah.
Hey, DJ, spin that shit.
I'll give you some, shitty rapper beats, no problem.
Yeah, give me. I was gonna say I can just get your old music, and then we can not have to worry about copyright.
There you go. You get Misfit in 5 days ahead, and you be good. Some Wake the Sleeper. We're good.
Or we can call Monstar.
Yeah, hey Monstar, make us a quick jingle.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Minute intro.
I can get my old band and make a heavy metal song for the intro.
There you go. We need a minute intro.
What kind of metal? Like cock rock? Like
Pretty much.
yeah.
Like you.
Steel fucking Panther.
Hey, don't knock Steel Panther, man.
I'm not. I love Steel Panther.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but the funniest part about Steel Panther is when they bring a kid on stage that freaking plays better guitar than the actual guitarist.
And here is this kid.
Literally 8 years old. Play Eruption. Like, just a fuck. There's a
Get
video.
the fuck off.
No, dude, there's a video of a 13-year-old kid says that he can play better guitar than I think what's his name? Than whatever the guitarist's name for Steel Panther. All of a sudden, just opens up a fucking Eruption, and the singer just looks at him and goes, "You can leave."
I mean, Steel Panther isn't the end-all, be-all of music. I mean,
No,
come
but
on.
the fact that
They did a signing at Vintage Vinyl a couple years ago, like nobody showed up.
No, but the funniest part about it is, though, and then they had a drummer. Literally, a kid that was a drummer said he could play better drums than the drummer, and literally opens up with "Hot for Teacher."
I got it made, got it made.
But just the fact that he literally looks at him and goes, "You can leave." He goes, "What? I was snorting cocaine. What do you want me to do? Sing back up."
Sing back up.
Because they went from Eruption to "You Really Got Me Now." So it's like, all of a sudden, he goes, "Out here now." He goes, "What? I was snorting coke." He goes, "Sing back up."
My God.
I'm like, okay, this might be my new favorite. God. This might be my new favorite band because it's just so. It's a Motley Crue on steroids.
Oh God! Speaking of Motley Crue, have you seen that video of Vince Neil recently?
Yes, and I've seen them live. They're not that bad. He had a
what
bad
the hell
night.
was up with him? Was he drunk, stoned, or both?
Actually, he had to quit drinking, so probably stoned.
What the hell was wrong with him that day?
Probably stoned.
I can't understand the words to kickstart my heart.
Literally, he might have needed a hip transplant. I mean, shit.
That's like Bob Dylan was singing Motley Crue.
Wait. So we're talking cock rock, right?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Oh, come on, come through.
I can't hear shit. I don't hear nothing.
I don't know what Chris is trying to do.
He's as good as his sound effects or good as my sound effects.
No, it's Skype. Skype does this from time to time.
Chris, we can't hear it.
Ah, you suck. It went away?
Yeah, it went away.
I couldn't hear anything.
You didn't hear anything?
I heard bits and pieces.
I heard, that's about all I heard. Yeah, pretty much.
What the fuck?
Damn it, well, I didn't go.
Yeah,
I know what it probably is.
It's Skype, like Ronnie said.
Yeah, Skype is shitty. And also I had the sound like blaring.
Yeah.
Try this.
It was better.
I heard it for about 2 seconds. I still don't hear nothing.
No, it kicked out.
No? All right.
All right,
It was
we
Sammy
heard-
Hagar.
Oh, okay. We heard it for about 2 seconds.
I
The
think I
movie-
know that song too.
From Over the Top.
Oh yeah, I know. I heard the first
Takes
few.
it all. Loser takes the fall.
There's no easy way out.
Oh, I got Robert Tepper.
Robert Pepper's cool, man.
Alright,
Don't
but
knock that song.
anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 107 of the Nerd Zone on the NERDPORT Network. I am host Stephen Ronnie, and with us, as always,
It is Trips doing the Robert Tepper white guy dance.
And the zombie whose name will appear soon, I hope. Thank you, Ronnie.
yes, it will. Don't worry.
Oh my God. Have you ever? Come on. Wait, did you say Robert Tepper's cool?
The song was cool.
Yeah, the song was cool. You ever see the video?
Yeah, he's sitting on the stairs. He's sitting on stairs and in silhouette, practically.
Doing the Carlton.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen the video.
There's no easy way out. Why is he doing the Carlton though?
Well, he did the Carlton before Carlton did the Carlton.
I know. It was still dorky then. The whitest dance ever.
The white man's overbite.
Man, it's the whitest dance ever.
I don't know. Rick Ashley kind of has that with Rick Rolling.
Did you know Rick Astley's not even American?
No, he's Irish, isn't he?
I think so, yeah.
And it's we're no strangers to love. He said,
He has a deep soul voice, but he's a ginger.
I know. He's like, yeah, and all the people there wanted to. We're no strangers to love.
I know the game and we're gonna play it.
By the way, what's hilarious about
Never
that
gonna
is
give you up. Never gonna let you down.
run around and hurt you.
Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie. Hurt
you.
you.
Gonna give you up.
You up. Oh, baby. Oh, God.
Never gonna give.
Oh, God. All right. What's up, Mom?
Stop this. I tap.
Never.
Tap. I'm tapping.
I'm tapping.
Okay, yeah, tap like Chris Benoit.
Oh, really? You had to go there?
I'm going to do the UFC tap.
Chris,
Yeah.
you're gonna hate this right now. I'm looking through our brackets. John's beating us,
Ooh.
but we still have all our Elite Eight teams in there. He doesn't.
I'm screwing around. I could care less.
Wait. John's beating us, sort of, but how many teams you got left in the Elite Eight?
He has 7, but he has 15. He has
In the Sweet 16. In the Sweet 16.
15.
In the Sweet 16?
Yeah.
Who was he missing?
Oklahoma. Oh, no, sorry. No, sorry. 14.
Gonzaga.
He lost Oklahoma and UC Irvine.
Oh, okay. All right.
Other than that, Tennessee, Purdue, UNC, Auburn, Houston, Kentucky, Michigan Tech, Virginia, FSU, Zaga State, LSU Tech, Vodtech, and Duke.
My God, I should have took John's advice.
Yeah, but remember, he also lost Oklahoma. We still have all our Elite Eight teams.
Yeah, true. He lost Oklahoma, and he's going to lose a bunch of others.
Did I lose any?
At least I'm winning at something.
Sorry, I lost 2 Elite Eight teams. I lost
So
Nova,
what's Armand?
I lost Nova and Cuse. Oh, God, yeah, look at it. Old CCW faithful in the house.
Oh, the beta is so good.
Yes. What's on tap for this installment? Oh, yeah, we got tournaments, we got wrestling.
The Mortal Kombat 11 beta is so good. And pro tip, because they have a Cabal second fatality. They say at mid-range. It is not mid-range. It is far. Mid-range is like like how far is like the whole screen? A screen length away.
All I know is they just showed gameplay for Jax, Liu Kang, and Kung Lao, and my main is Jax, and I can't fucking wait.
I haven't played Mortal Kombat in forever.
Check yourself.
What?
Did you know that?
What?
The music they showed, New School versus Old School, was to Ice Cube's Check Yourself.
Okay, it was Ice Cube, yes.
So you're going to check
Mortal
yourself before
Kombat ever.
What was that?
You're missing the boat.
You know what it is? I'll be honest with you. There's only a couple games that are out now that I haven't gotten yet that I'm waiting to get. Red Dead Redemption 2 I'm waiting for, and Resident Evil 2 for PS4. I cannot wait to play that.
See, the only thing that would have been better is if it was you can get with this or you can get with that.
No. Ice Cube. Oh my God.
What was the other one?
Good day.
What was the New School? That was 21 Savage, right?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. I don't give a shit about the New School. I was like, oh shit, Ice Cube.
Oh, dude, that trailer for the story was sick.
Oh, Jade is cool. Scarlet is badass, especially like if you know how to play with her, because she can literally like make you hurl yourself.
I love Scarlet. Baraka just looks brutal in this game.
Dude, Baraka is brutal. And if you're looking for a fast cross-up guy, Cabal.
Well,
Cabal hand down.
Cabal plays exactly like Flash.
He spins the shit out of you and just done.
But Kung Lao and Liu Kang are great. But Jax, oh, holy shit! I cannot wait.
Yeah, we'll see how they play, but I'm talking about from playing right now with the beta.
No.
Scorpion's good.
I'm looking at I watched Jax's. They showed his gameplay today. Yeah, his fatalities are brutal.
Damn, I can't. Oh, so you were making kids rage quit? I was playing single player just to get a handle on the game. I don't really play online multiplayer just because like people go crazy and cheese, and I just find multiplayer not fun at all.
NetherRealm games are the only fighting games that you can play online and have a blast, or you can play solo and have just as much fun.
Because online you can have a blast, but if you play like if you end up playing like a bunch of people that are almost like pros,
yeah, tryhards.
Yeah, you're just not. It's just not fun.
Yes. Alrighty. Where do we start today?
Well, one thing they did is the fighting mechanics aren't like Russian, blah, 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 like how it was like in MKX.
Yeah, no, it's more. From what I've seen, it's very toned out.
It's more sort of back to like
spacing is key.
MK2. It's more like a little bit MK2, even like MK9.
Well, from what they've been saying is a lot of their retro costumes are pulled right from MK2. So there you go. So the gameplay fits the costumes. The 90s guys are all from MK2.
Yeah, but it's not like, you know, how can I put it? It's not slow and lumbering like MK2 was. I mean, the thing is they still have the combos, like the button tap combos, but it's not as prevalent.
It's not combo heavy, but the combos are there. Yeah.
And it's easier now to like basically break out of them.
Yeah.
What platform is this for? Is this for PS4 as well or no?
PS4 Xbox One. They are coming out. It is coming out also for PC and Switch down the road.
If I was going to get it, I'd get it for PS4. So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the brutalities, what you could do with the brutalities, the funny thing is you go like into the customization screen, and they'll show like their abilities and like the moves and all that, and they'll have like certain things in your brutalities will line up with like some of your special moves. So if like they say like this brutality, you have to have this special move equipped, or this special move equipped. You know what I mean? Or some of them are like, or you have the grab ones.
Yeah, and then you have all the like the fatal blows and yeah. How is the show mode in that?
What in MLB 19? I saw somebody say I've seen bits and pieces of it. It looks pretty good.
Because 18 was terrible.
18, the only thing about 18 I don't like is the fact that every 2 days you had to train for something different when you could have done it in the older games just on your own.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I don't like.
See, that's the thing. PS4 has an amazing like baseball game. Xbox has never had one.
Yeah. No, that's a lie. That's a lie. Xbox had back in the day, if you remember, they had 2K.
And they also had the EA Sports MLB until EA Sports stopped making them.
The fucking MVP. No, because the MLB bought out the license to it, and then they had to go make college. If you remember that.
Yeah, now we have like, what is it? Now Xbox has like RBI baseball, and it fucking blows.
Xbox has RBI baseball. It's going back to the fucking 90s, motherfucker.
Well,
yeah,
like
RBI baseball, and it sucks. A lot of people hate it.
Do you not remember the original RBI baseball games for the NES?
I do. I had them all.
They're terrible.
I know, but that's what made them good back then.
I mean, I wish Nintendo would go grab like Ken Griffey Jr. again and make a Ken Griffey Jr. Slugfest.
Ronnie, correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't there a way you can play the old style of baseball in MLB 18?
Yes, you can.
And I've played that a few times, and it sucks.
Oh, yeah, it's terrible.
I don't like it.
It's terrible.
Microsoft, like, geesh.
It's terrible. TEBR terrible.
Terrible.
I mean, at least, hopefully, there's not as much. Hopefully, the show doesn't rely on microtransactions like NBA 2K.
No, they've gotten better. If it's anything like 18 with that, they don't really do microtransactions, but they rely you to play a lot online.
Dude, 2K is ridiculous with microtransactions.
Yeah.
You need microtransactions for like basically you have to, if you want to get better at the game, you have to buy VC. And to get VC, you either play the game and grind like you have never grinded before for no reason, or you buy VC and make your guy.
Ronnie, I got a question for you, game related. You might know this. There's an older PS2 game that I found on the PlayStation Network that I could put in my PS4. The Warriors. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
It's based off the movie. It's based off the movie.
Yeah. How is the quality when you download
It's
it?
Exactly what PS2 was. Maybe some updated. It wouldn't be updated. It would be rendered graphics, but it's pretty much the exact as a PS2.
The Warriors. The Warriors is basically Rockstar's Manhunt 3 without the label because they couldn't make Manhunt 3.
Yeah, but you see, The Warriors is one of my favorite movies, and I love that movie. And I still have the original game for PS2. I just don't have the wires for my PS2 anymore. But I love that game. I used to play that thing religiously.
Yeah, the game is good. Like same as how Manhunt was great. Manhunt 2 was great. The only problem is then they got sued and they couldn't make it anymore.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I like the fact that you could actually play the movie mode through the game. You know, like playing the movie, which is what I thought was fucking amazing.
All right, let's get into our wrestling talk like we said we were going to.
Okay.
Let's get into the controversy right now.
Which controversy?
Well, that is true.
I got one thing to say, and this is not going to be the most.
Wait a minute. I gotta take a call. You guys talk. I gotta take a call.
Just now, you gotta take a call. Jesus Christ!
Oh no, Chris, leave your point. Let's just bullshit around.
I'll be 2 minutes.
Let's just bullshit around about what's coming up in the near future.
Yeah, because I'm going to wait to make my point with that one because that's something he's going to flip out about.
Yeah. All right, you know what? Since he's not talking, since he's there, let's talk about the elephant in the room with the UFC for right now and Conor McGregor retiring.
Oh, Conor McGregor retires, supposedly.
Yeah, I call bullshit.
I don't call bullshit yet, because you don't know.
No, here's the thing though. He's scheduled still for July.
Yeah, but if Dana White says, "Yo, that's Conor McGregor's not fighting. He has retired officially."
Well, my thing is if Dana
I'm
White
back.
says,
See, that wasn't long.
if Dana White says that, it's gonna be because of the strong arm robbery.
Oh yeah. Well, also there's some other things like domestic charges or something.
Yeah, well,
Wait,
that
talking
was
about good old Connor retiring again.
well, that was when he beat the shit out of the guy for the phone.
Yeah.
All right, now let's get back to what we were talking about.
All right. So this is going to be the unpopular opinion,
Okay, go for it.
but I don't know what it is because I used to like every time they'd hit the music, I'd be like, "Oh shit, here we go!" And now I'm just like, here comes more paint by numbers, badass. I think Becky Lynch is starting to get old hat.
I don't disagree.
Well, wait. How so?
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. How so?
All right, because you know what's coming every time. Every time, like Ronda will come out or Charlotte will come out, they'll say something, and then the whole crowd goes nuts. We want Becky. Becky says exactly what you think. I'm gonna kick your ass, and I'm gonna take your arm, and I'm a badass, and And it's been done before, and you know this story because you've seen it back when Austin.
See, I think the problem with Becky, and listen, the payoff needs to come, and that's the problem. They took way too long with this payoff.
Yeah, that I will agree with that.
The payoff should have been at the Rumble, and the payoff should have been that, and then the chase between Charlotte and Ronda should have led to Mania. That's how it should have went. But at the same time, I mean, they kind of just pinned themselves in a hole with that one.
And the other thing now is with Charlotte winning the SmackDown Women's title, and if they do have a title unification match, or whichever champion loses, gets pinned or whatever, loses their title, the other one's fine.
Yeah, it's gonna
or something like that. However, they're gonna do that. WWE has basically found a way to keep Ronda strong at WrestleMania, still give the fans the Becky Lynch yay moment they want, but with Charlotte going out on her back.
But here's my thing with Charlotte. Charlotte winning the title again. What are they trying to make her into a female version of her father? Oh, I'm a 17-time world champion. They're making her a carbon copy of her father.
No, I wouldn't even say they're making her a carbon. Not even making her a carbon copy of her father. They're making her fucking Cena.
Yeah, but it's
they're not making.
No, wait. Let me rephrase that. Let me explain that. Sorry. They're making her Cena because Charlotte getting the belts is like what happened when Cena and Edge was literally trading the belt back and forth every month.
Yeah, but you know what? With Charlotte is this will be unpopular. I find Charlotte boring. Believe it or not, I find her boring.
All right, I find Charlotte's matches exciting. I find her character boring.
Maybe that's where I'm going. It's just like with her, I was a fan. I mean, I was a mega fan of her father. I mean, Rick in that ring there was nobody better in the ring than Rick.
Good old Richard.
Richard Fleer, yeah. But it's like watching it. When they say that match between him and Steamboat, that match is a classic. I'm sorry, I don't care what you say.
Sorry. That was some cock rock, but it was somebody calling, and I'm like, who the hell is this?
See, here's the problem, though. And people were complaining about the fact that that's your main event. That's your main. I have no issue with that because it's the longest running feud.
True.
Wait. Women are the main event. I'm perfectly fine with that. And the
but
thing is,
here's the thing. I'm okay. No, but here's the thing. I'm okay with that because yes, it's great that they're women, but also that is the longest feud that's going to have the biggest payoff.
yeah. Well, Charlotte and Becky will go at it.
Actually, that's the second longest feud that's got to have the payoff.
All right.
Brian Kofi won. It's going to be the second longest payoff.
Yeah. Can I just say thank God that they dropped Becky's injured knee? Thank fucking God.
Yeah, that was getting a little long in the tooth.
That was getting long in the tooth. But again, you got to remember, it's like that blow off should have been. Charlotte should have never been around for this blow off, and it should have ended after TLC.
But you know,
I don't think Becky's winning the. I don't think Becky's winning the Raw title. I think Becky's winning the SmackDown title.
They've already put it together. It's a unification title.
No, they said it's not official yet, though.
They're gonna make that official because they're gonna merge the belts to bring in the IC title.
I don't know about that. I don't know.
Somebody just made a comment. That's a good point. That Becky's going to have the one title. Charlotte's going to have the other title. Becky and Sasha, or Bayley and Sasha, are going to have the tag title.
I heard that, and I've seen the photos.
The thing is, though, Charlotte is a heel. They're not going to cheer Charlotte.
But
they're not.
Another thing. That's why, remember, they tried to turn Becky into a heel. The crowd just wasn't having it. And
because Becky got screwed so much.
Because they had to turn Charlotte into a heel. Because Charlotte, no matter what Charlotte does, the crowd just doesn't give a shit.
It's the same thing with The Miz. The Miz is a natural born heel.
They turned Charlotte into a heel. Well, they didn't turn. Well, they tried to turn Becky heel and Charlotte face. What happened was the crowd has seen Charlotte win so much that they wanted to see Becky win, and Becky's more of a prevalent, how can I put it, personality on social media.
Gee, when they start saying that Charlotte has never lost a pay-per-view match in 17 to 18 months.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, but the thing is also Becky's more of a presence on social media than Charlotte. And all that
more
stuff.
Approachable for fans too.
Yeah,
a lot more approachable with fans.
Right. So the fans sided with Becky Lynch over Charlotte, and the fans turned Charlotte heel. Same as how the fans turned Ronda Rousey heel. But the funny thing is where Charlotte turned heel and is stale. Ronda Rousey as a heel is white hot.
Yeah, I will say that she is white hot. I won't discount that. I will not discount that.
It's crazy how because Becky was supposed to be the big one going into this thing, and now I believe it's Ronda because you hear the whoa, Becky, the crowd goes yay, and Becky does the whole it's great to be back and da 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 da. Yeah, oh yeah, good going for you, Irish lass. I'm gonna kick your ass. Where Ronda comes out and she either gets booed out of the building, or you see certain fans still holding up Ronda Rousey signs, knowing.
Favorite line out of that is still, I don't know what this beat the clock is. It's probably some of your stupid gimmick.
Yeah, you know
let's
what?
Get this crap over with. Like, I like that because she's calling them out on their shit. Now, if it's actually scripted where she does. Where it's scripted, where Ronda does call WWE out on their own shit.
I think it's half and half. To be completely honest,
I was just gonna say, I think it's a 50-50 split.
I like that because it is dumb. Because Becky's armbar does look like BS. I'm sorry.
Becky's armbar is a legit Fujimori armbar.
The disarmer.
I hate the
Fujimori armbar, but it looks so dumb. I'm sorry.
Tell that to Nunzio. That's his finisher. What can I say? I'm sorry. That's his finisher.
It just looks so stupid.
See, but here's the thing, though. Ronda finally went away from her armbar. Because her armbar was so dumb.
Ronda's... Wait. Rousey's actual... armbar?
No. What she used to finish matches with. The Kimura key lock.
That's not a Kimura key lock.
That's a Kimura key lock. That is not an armbar because the arm is not extended. When she finally, like when she did to Dana Brooke, when she extended that arm, that's a fucking armbar.
Yeah, that's what she did to Sarah Logan.
No, yeah, that's what she's starting to do. But I'm saying go back to when she first started to 3 weeks ago, about a month ago. She was not doing that armbar. She was
doing a different version of it.
She was doing like almost like a Kimura, but as a key lock. The elbow was bent and it was more going after the shoulder, not an actual fucking armbar. Now she's doing an armbar.
You know what they were trying to do? You know what they were trying to do? They were trying to have her replicate what she did to Misha Tate in Strike Force.
It just looked so. And everyone's like, "Oh, this." I'm like, that looked fake. That shit does not look like that's gonna hurt because she's not putting any pressure. When Dana Brooke got put in that armbar, I was in pain because I knew that look and that you could feel that.
What she did, all right, because basically what Ronda did when she yanked Tate's arm, like she was doing that and Tate wouldn't submit, so she kept pulling and pulling and pulling and snapped it.
Yeah, she's almost doing a dislocation of someone's shoulder, not an armbar.
No, what happened like that, like Tate, it was by the elbow. She did that. Tate didn't tap. So then Ronda yanked it the other way and did that like almost Kimura thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Tate had to tap because Ronda was ripping her arm, her like actual elbow and forearm out of the joint. Completely ripping it out.
If people were allowed, if they were being held in that, and that she was starting to do something almost to that similarity, fine, because then it looks real. But the fact that they were immediately tapping, they're saying that when she drops, that's what's causing the pain.
Well, WWE's of course going to do that because if you put somebody in a real armbar, they're going to tap. So what they do, they go, and they try to make it look amazing, and then she actually puts like a real armbar on, and you're like, holy shit.
Well, no, because when she puts a real armbar in, it looks real. And it was. Then I'm looking at this other one, and I'm like, you should have been doing this one now for the whole time. Maybe not against Stephanie, because, Stephanie.
Stephanie's, that's a joke.
But it's also a bunch of other people didn't want it because they were afraid. So she had to make it look safe. And now she's like, no, fuck it. I mean, think about it. It was like, safe, Ronda. Oh, yeah, smile. Da, da, da. Okay, I'll put you in that key lock.
Now you see what I was talking about. Now it is a key lock. It was a key lock.
Or something like that. Now it's don't give a shit on Ronda. Now you got the real armbar.
Well, and I looked at that and I'm like, I'd rather see that because that looks, and God forbid, has anyone's ever been in something like that, has ever hyperextended their elbow or their arm that bad, knows how much that fucking hurts.
And the thing is, when she's kicking the girl, she actually is kicking the damn girl. My God damn.
She's still.
What? Here's another question. Are they gonna now? I know her husband's not a wrestler. Are they gonna bring him in at some point too?
No. I think he's legitly banned. Like no bullshit about it. I think he's legitly banned.
Because when they were getting in that and he picked her up over the guardrail and they walked off through the crowd, I'm like, oh God, are they setting something up where they're gonna bring him in now?
They're not gonna bring in Travis Brown. Travis Brown's just her husband. They're not going to bring in Travis Brown. Travis Brown's just her husband. That's all. And it's like, and the thing is, for somebody getting hit in their face like that, there is a thing, because Ronda has always been like, I don't have the great, Ronda's always like, if you watch The Ultimate Fighter, like when Misha Tate was trying to get under Ronda's skin, Ronda got angry and got physical fast.
Yeah.
That's what she does.
Yep.
So Travis Brown grabbed her over the guardrail, probably for the ref's protection. And then he quote-unquote forearmed the ref because the ref was probably going to get his ass literally kicked.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, look at some of those kicks that Ronda has actually hit the girls with.
Oh yeah, they're stiff.
That push kick. That push kick is a straight up push kick. You can't fake that.
she's getting a little too more real than people thought was going to happen with this.
See, that's
But here's
the
the
thing.
thing, though. I'm okay with that. And if they're gonna do some more stuff along those lines on Fox, great.
But the thing is, if Fox is going to do all catch can wrestling, it's going to get boring. I'm sorry to say, it's going to get boring.
I don't know what the deal is. I think they want a lot more of those style, but at the same time, I think they want a lot more physicality.
All right, because nobody watches.
I don't think you're gonna see a lot of flippy shit. That's what I'm trying to get at.
But put it this: after Raw and SmackDown, nobody talks about the matches ever.
No, you talk about the moments.
You talk about the moments. You talk about the promos. That's what you talk about. Because the matches, nobody gives a shit. How do I watch Raw? I watch.
Fast forward.
Fast forward.
Fast forward, promo, cool. Fast forward, promo, cool. Fast forward. Somebody talking about same old shit. Fast forward. Oh, look here. Oh, Ronda coming out. All right, gotta watch that. Like Ronda, Becky.
You catch it for the hot notes.
Charlotte, you catch it for, you watch the promos. Because that's all they're doing. Because the shows are no longer like, a show and the title's going to change hands. It's not like how it used to be. Now all the shows are basically just big advertisements for the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And nothing happens.
Yeah.
But nothing
in the ring happens. It's all like the story. So it's like, okay, story. Here comes back.
And then Braun Strowman, and then why?
That Saturday Night Live Braun Strowman thing is such a fucking joke.
Shit. Thing to do with Braun. You okay, Hawkins there?
Yeah, I'm Kurt Hawkins right now.
But
Jesus, Hawkins.
They're gonna be in this match, the battle royal.
Run out. Run.
They're gonna get put in this match, and Kurt Hawkins is gonna eliminate him.
Then they'll put him in the damn Hall of Fame for being in it. They'll put him in the celebrity wing.
Oh, like Drew Carey?
Yeah, like Drew Carey and Donald Trump.
You just said the magic words. Let's go. Let's keep going. Keep rolling.
What?
No. I'm not even talking about that. It is what it is.
Fox has said they want WWE to go back to more of the Attitude Era, like fighting. And I wouldn't mind seeing that because, frankly, the product is stale. I don't watch it as much as I used to. If it weren't for NXT, I probably wouldn't be watching the product.
Which, by the way,
the only thing that's keeping me around is that and the UK version. That's it. And maybe a little 205 Live. But that's it.
You know what they need? Blood.
That's what I mean. They want them to go back to the Attitude Era.
Did you hear who's apparently... They have not announced it yet, but he's already been there for 3 interviews, and he's already done 2 play-by-play interviews at the same time. WWE is looking to sign Cormier.
Well, he said he's going to interfere in between Lesnar and Rollins. He said he's going to interfere and cost Lesnar the title.
Cost Lesnar the title because Lesnar's taking forever to fight him.
It's getting so stupid. And then you got Kurt Angle taking on Corbin. I'm going to go to sleep during that match.
Baron Norbin?
By the way, yes, Triple H's stomach.
I was just going to say, the stomach that talks back, right, Ronnie?
I know, because Kurt Angle...
The funny thing is, I'm actually looking forward to Triple H and Batista just for the thing that Triple H did was hilarious this week.
So you ready for this?
But that promo was gold.
Well, did you hear?
I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. Yes, I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. I wanna. Oh my God! And he was even smirking at it, and Trips was even smirking about it.
So
The best part of that promo was when he goes, "Oh, we were only here to keep Triple H, so Triple H could keep the title." And he goes, "Gee, Batista, you just figured that out just now."
16 years, just figured that out.
Oh shit!
I nearly pissed myself when I heard that part.
But no, then you get shit like. But then you hear shit like that, and it's like, great. But then you kind of find out they just announced the possible match card. And I feel so bad. Armin, I feel so bad for you. There's gonna be 17 fucking matches on this card.
Yes, it's going to be an all-day event.
Yeah, it's going to start at I think it starts at 5 o'clock, I think.
For fuck's sakes, this is not USA Pro. None of us are Frank Goodman.
Dude, don't you know WrestleMania doesn't go off at 11 o'clock anymore? It goes off at 12.
Vince McMahon is not, well, he might be the mass maniac. See, Chris, I know you don't get that joke. I know John's popping motherfucker like that right now.
I know.
Yeah. see, before, the funny thing is before you used to have a WrestleMania party, and that was like when we go off at 11 o'clock. You're like, all right, cool. I can still go to bed, go home, go to bed, get ready for work, right, and be up for work. Now, it goes off at 12. There's no WrestleMania party. Now you're just like, fuck it, I'm just going to stay in and watch it.
No, now Batista needs to live in the gimmick. He said he wants to see a Guardian of the Galaxy entrance. Fuck that. I want full-blown Blue-tista.
Blue-tista, yes. The return of the Smurf.
Blue-tista. Well, they're going to do Boo-tista. You know that.
And they're going to do Smurf-tista, too.
But like I'm saying, he needs to come out in all blue. He needs to come out as Drax.
You know, Ron, I know you can't stand the guy I'm about to mention, but he said Smurf-tista, and it's stuck with me. Your buddy Grimm, he called him Smurf-tista.
Yeah. The only problem I have with the 17 matches is do not do it.
Put it on a Saturday, yes.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. WrestleMania should go back. Pay-per-views should go back to a Saturday.
See, the UFC does like Saturday. That's the best part. Because they're always on Pacific Standard Time, so it's like 10 o'clock for an 8 o'clock card out in the West Coast. You're like, Jesus Christ!
But at the same time, you're getting shit like that, and it's like, well, what the fuck are you gonna do? Like, of course, the cruiserweights are gonna close out the Sunday Night Heat of Mania.
Oh, the pre-show?
Yeah.
I mean, probably the 3 hour pre-show.
Dude, the pre-show is Sunday Night Heat now. Let's just face it. The pre-show is now in the cruiserweights. The cruiserweight title is the main event of Heat.
For God's sakes, they're talking about putting Balor and Lashley on the pre-show.
Well, the pre-show is gonna have like 5 matches this year. Come on.
It's both It's the battle for the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, the Vagina Cup Battle Royal.
No, all right. Women's Battle Royal will be on the pre-show.
Yep.
The Andre the Giant Battle Royal will not be on the pre-show because it's Michael Shea and Colin Jost, so it'll be on the actual card.
Guaranteed it'll open the show. It'll probably open the show.
I don't think it'll open the show. I think they'll do a little skits.
And then they're going to have the whole WrestleMania. They're going to be having cameras probably running around with those guys backstage.
All I want to know is the Big Show going to be in it so we can have Big Show and Braun team up?
No, Big Show's out. Big Show's retiring, dude.
Dude, it's fucking Mania. How many part-timers get dragged out just to fucking do this? For Christ's sakes, WWE made a living off of it, off the gimmick Battle Royal.
Yeah, but there's no gimmick Battle Royal this year, so you're not going to have
the Andre the Giant Battle Royal is a gimmick Battle Royal.
That's the only time you're going to see Kurt Hawkins at Mania or Zack Ryder at Mania.
No. We'll see Kurt Hawkins Saturday
at Battle Royal.
No, we'll see Kurt Hawkins Saturday at WrestlePro.
Oh, is he going to be at WrestlePro Saturday?
I don't know, dude. Dude, I don't know who the fuck's going to be there on Saturday, because Dean Ambrose can show up for all I know, because he's a CCW alumni.
Well, that's the combat.
So the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. You're going to have tag team matches. You're going to have, a Battle Royal. You're going to have the Cruiserweights. You'll probably have you'll probably have like one of the SmackDown matches.
You're going to have Balor and Lashley.
Because nobody gives a shit about that.
The only reason Balor and Lashley is going to matter is because the Demon.
If Balor's bringing out the Demon, it'll be on the main card.
Yeah, but I don't know if they're going to bring it. Because when was the last time he brought out the Demon persona?
Survive.
Exactly. You made my point for me. It's been that long.
SummerSlam 2 years ago?
Yeah, it's been over 2 years. They have gold with him, but yet they don't do anything with it. For God's sakes, they dragged out the Good Brothers last night for SmackDown.
I mean, let's just face it. I'm waiting for Friday because of one fucking match, and it's not even the main event. Give me the chops of doom from fucking Walter.
Oh, Walter and Dunn. He Dunn.
They're gonna kill each other.
That's gonna be I love. I don't know, Chris. Have you seen Walter yet?
I've seen Walter. Yes.
Have you seen that guy's chops?
Yeah.
That guy's devastation. Period. But you're never gonna see him on the main roster because he doesn't want to leave England.
All right. So Bray Wyatt. All right. So Bray Wyatt.
Supposedly, Bray Wyatt is rumored to be coming back sometime.
He's on maternity leave right now.
What? He's with JoJo. She's not pregnant.
Yes, she is.
Is she really?
She's knocked up, yeah.
Oh, that's why she's off TV.
She's due in June.
I didn't realize I knew they were together, but I didn't know she was pregnant.
She announced it today.
Oh. And he's got a new hairstyle, too, supposedly. Shaved the sides of his head.
Dude, it's just, I don't know. And I'm sorry, but everyone freaking out about this Kofi Kingston thing right now. I'm sorry, he never said the match was against Daniel Bryan yet.
No, he did. He did.
If you listen to everybody... No, but here's the thing. If you listen to everybody, he does not... If you go back and listen, he says Kofi Kingston is going to WrestleMania. He never utters the words to face Daniel Bryan for the title.
But you know he's going to.
I think they're going to fucking drag it out for another 2 weeks. They're going to do it. This story is a Nation of Domination mixed with Daniel Bryan from 30.
But you know what's going to happen? You know Kingston's winning the title at Mania.
Yeah, well, he has to.
But here's the thing. This is what I've been hearing through the speculation of the internet, that they're saying that at Mania he's winning the title and somebody is leaving the New Day. Somebody's turning at Mania.
No.
But who is it going to be?
If it's anything, it's Xavier to become the new Nation of Domination.
It'll be Big E.
That's what I was just going to say. It's going to be Big E. Because he would be a better heel than Xavier. I'm sorry to say it. He'd be a better because he doesn't need to talk. He can just sit there and let his actions speak for himself.
I don't know. As much as he wants to be a heel, look at the shit that he did with Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, but he was still learning then. He's a lot more he's a lot better now than he was when he was with Ziggler. He's a lot better now.
I really would like all three of them to just turn heel.
No, because you know what? Kofi's too over. He'll never be a heel. He'll never be a heel. They tried it when they originated the New Day. They wanted him to be a heel. It just didn't work.
No, but here's the thing. Well, no, that's the problem, though. Is the fact that when they were coming out to be the heel, they tried the whole new Nation of Domination. They tried it. The WWE, but here's the thing. The company never gave them any time to develop. Then they just started throwing shit at the wall, and it worked.
So that's why, I mean, it's like, I think...
And there's three different types of heels, too. You don't have to be a heel against the fans. You can pull a Becky Lynch and be a heel against the fucking administration.
Yeah, but you see, I don't see Big E getting over with the crowd like Becky does.
They're already over, yeah.
Yeah, I just don't see... He's entertaining to watch in the comedy stuff, yeah. But as a heel, I don't see him trying to be that heel that's going to get over with the crowd. I just don't see it.
Well, we'll see what happens. We got 17 matches to sit back and watch. I'm thinking we'll do something else.
I know.
I don't
think on my couch watching that. I'm not even. I don't think. I can't even think of how it's going to be at Mania itself.
Armin, keep in touch on the Facebook page. All right, what were you saying, Chris? Sorry.
Oh, all right. So Owens will be a part of the. All right, whatever. All right. The whole Kofi thing is happening. I think Kofi will win it.
Yeah.
Because it's no secret that he's probably retiring soon.
Who, Owens?
No, Kofi.
No, Kofi.
Oh, Kofi.
See,
I thought you
see,
were
here's the
talking
thing. I don't see the New Day splitting up because Kofi's already announced. He announced this years ago and Table for 3. When the New Day splits, he's done.
Yeah, I've heard. Yeah, I do know that. Yeah, I remember that.
So, if you're going to split the New Day, then you have to almost do it when he loses the title.
Right.
Yeah, but he's gonna win that title. You know he is.
Well, just
And
and
he's gonna
then
pick
yeah, then he'll
man,
be the first black. He'll be the first African American world champion.
and he deserves it because he's
Yes.
he's a hell of a talent. He's a hell of a talent. He always has been.
And before anyone in the chat says it, no, The Rock, they don't consider him black. He's Samoan.
He's
All
half
right.
half Samoan, half black.
They don't acknowledge.
See-
don't acknowledge his father though.
See, this is why I had to say what I had to say because, and you know, we're only talking about Owens. No, talking about Kofi because as soon as because you guys get going, and I'm like, huh? And you guys just leave me in the dust. So I got to come back to my point.
No, go back. Go ahead.
All right. Yes, Kofi's taking on Bryan at WrestleMania, and yes, he's probably gonna win the title.
Yeah.
Maybe Big E will turn. I don't know. I don't think he'll turn at Mania because I don't think they'll do that to him.
No, they'll let him have his pop.
Yeah, he'll do it like on Raw or the SmackDown or something will happen. I don't know.
Let me ask
But
you this. Let me ask you this. Would you almost hold it off until Money in the Bank?
Or Backlash.
Or no, I'm saying, would you listen to this. Have Biggie win the briefcase.
That could work.
And then all of a sudden Kofi's beaten down, all of a sudden Biggie cashes in on Kofi, and that's when you have Big E's heel turn.
You could have the heel turn, or I don't think. Here's the funny thing. I think New Day could break up without a heel turn.
No, same. I think so too. I think they can go their separate ways and be done.
But here's the thing: I don't think a heel turn at I don't want to say Money in the Bank's a B show, but if it's going to be a heel turn, it's going to be something at SummerSlam, at a Survivor Series type of thing.
I just don't think that New Day needs a heel turn. They don't. Like Kofi could win the title, all that, and then he loses the title, and then he decides, I'm done. Like I'm not, it was great. I'm old. It's time to go. I'm retiring.
I want to be with my son.
Yeah, I want to be with my son, my wife. I'm retiring. And then, Big E and Xavier could still do their thing. But at the same time, they don't have to turn. If Roman turns at Mania, oh, God.
It's going to go over like a fart in church in fucking Jersey.
Well, the thing is, after the leukemia thing, I mean, they could turn him, but I think that would be a really bad idea.
It's never going to happen. That will never happen. At least not right now.
Now, okay, so trailing back, we say this. I think you have a better chance of seeing Cena turn heel than you do Roman.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Well, the thing is, right now, there aren't that many, really big baby faces, so I think Roman stays.
Right, yeah.
There's more heels than baby faces. I mean, who are the people if Seth Rollins... I'm saying if, because you never know. WWE could re-up with Brock Lesnar, and all of a sudden we're back in the Brock Lesnar era.
I hope to God not.
Who knows?
Besides Rollins, you have Roman. Dean's kind of a tweener, and then AJ.
But Dean's leaving.
Yeah, then AJ.
AJ's coming to Raw. He's coming to Raw at some point.
Yeah, but for heels, you have Corbin, as much as you hate him. You have Lashley that can still go after the title. You have
McIntyre.
You got McIntyre. You got a litany. You have a straight up litany of heels that can go after a face champion. Where you don't need Roman. You don't need Roman to do that.
No, and I like where they have Roman right now, and I honestly think he needs to lose to Drew.
No, he's got to win at Mania, and then Drew has to get him back on Raw.
That works too.
Yeah, that could work.
But at the same time, Have you been noticing Instagram at all?
I don't
What?
really pay attention to it.
A certain Juan Cena has been dropping hints about Baron Corbin.
Oh, calling him a dumpster fire? Oh yeah, that I've seen that.
Cena's been poking fun at Corbin, which is what making me wonder: is Cena going to attack Corbin and say, "Screw this! No, your final match is with me"?
Where it's John Cena versus Kurt Angle. It'd be a lot better than Angle versus Snorbin.
Well, and also too, Cena has the final match that ends his career where Angle gave Cena his start.
Yeah, he gave him his first match. Ruthless aggression.
So it's kind of the, not passing the torch, but the, hey, let's do this one more time for old sakes.
The circle is complete.
It's the Sting Taker match that everyone wants to see.
But will never happen.
No,
or it's like Angle and Cena, and they both retire after that match.
Yeah, that would work too.
Because I don't Roman just turning oh God no.
I think Cena's gonna stick around though, but Cena will probably mentor somebody.
Yeah. I mean to say it right now, the hottest thing for me on the Mania card right now is Ronda Rousey.
It's
the
triple threat match.
It's not even the triple threat match. It's Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
Because Charlotte comes out, goes, I am the greatest, woo! Becky comes out, yeah, I'm back here in good old wherever, yay! But I'm gonna kick your ass, Ronnie, and that's exactly what's gonna be. Where Ronda comes out and you don't know what she's gonna say.
Yeah. And then she goes on Sports Center. And then she goes on Sports Center and calls out Conor McGregor.
Yeah. She's like, yeah, I'll believe that. All right, we'll see if this one takes.
Oh, hey Rhonda, how do you feel about your former MMA partner retiring? Oh, about Conor? Yeah, let's see how long that lasts.
Yeah, it's like, Rhonda, here's the script what we want you to say. Okay, I said da 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 da. Okay, now throw that away, and I'm going to talk I'm going to talk the way I want to.
Okay, I have one question. What are they doing with Asuka now? Are they done with her?
Thanos snapped his fingers and she got caught in the wave.
I don't know. I mean, if anything, I would love to see a WrestleMania or a rematch where Asuka wins the title back from Charlotte and then they have a SmackDown Women's Championship match. But I don't think it's happening. I think Asuka's relegated to the Women's Battle Royal.
Because it was supposed to be, I saw a thing that was supposed to be Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, Naomi, and somebody else in a fatal four-way. And whoever won that was going to be facing Asuka at Mania.
Oh, yeah, and it was supposed to be, from what they were saying, it was either supposed to be Mandy or Sonya.
Was going to get the push, and then was going to get the match against Asuka.
And the fourth was Nikki.
Oh, Nikki, yeah, okay, but I forgot. But it's like, why scrap that for this? You know, just because you want to, I think they're trying to build a...
Like I said, I think they're trying to get rid of one of the titles to bring in the IC title.
I don't even think they're trying to get rid of one of the titles. I think they were just trying to... I don't know what they were doing. I think they have nothing to do with a SmackDown Women's title match. So instead, they're going to just throw them all in the Women's Battle Royal and call it a day.
Yeah. I mean, that sucks for Sonya. I think Sonya would have gotten the nod with that one.
Yeah, well, you know what the Battle Royals are, right?
Oh, it's just paychecks.
Yep, quick paychecks. Like, hey, you've been with the company for a year. I know WrestleMania's a big thing here. You're going to be in a Battle Royal.
Kurt Hawkins.
Like those old shirts. Pin me, pay me.
Kurt Hawkins says it the best. I just job out and I go in a Battle Royal. Payday.
I job out and cash out.
I mean, the fact that they're thinking about Gronkowski being in WrestleMania.
Oh, God.
Well, there's a funny story about that, and it's about Shane McMahon.
Oh, God, not... I mean, they need something to save Mojo, because Jesus Christ.
Well, no, you know what he said? He goes, listen...
Take care of it! Take care of it! Shut up, Mojo.
Yeah, but anyway, no, what was hilarious about that was Shane was on the Michael Kay show. and they're talking about how Gronk retired, and Gronk goes, and Shane goes, my advice to him: take a year off, heal your body, or don't, and come to the WWE. I don't care.
All right, what Joe's saying, they dropped the ball at the SmackDown Women's Division. What happened? It was red hot with Becky, Charlotte, and Asuka, and then they had Becky and Charlotte chase Ronda, so that left Asuka. And you're thinking, oh, new blood, they'll push new people, and they never did.
Nope.
Yeah, I mean, you got Nikki Cross coming in. You got Lacey Evans doing her catwalk thing. I swear to God, I'll be shocked the day she gets in the ring and actually fucking wrestle.
Oh, my lady, I'm just so sick of it.
You know, it's like, Lacey Evans, when she was in NXT, she could actually work. That's the sad part, is she can work. What they're doing with her is like they're trying to make her into Emma 3.0. You know, they're taking the Emmalina gimmick that they tried to see Emma with, and they're giving it to her.
I don't know. They're just making Lacey Evans just annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what it is? They're trying to make her get the crowd to hate her so much that when she gets in the ring, she'll actually back up her words. But she's not even saying anything. She's coming out, runway modeling it, and then going back, and they're like, okay, that was good.
Elias,
yeah.
You know when she did it to Elias? Elias just turned around and goes, the hell was that?
And I'm sorry, there's another show I listen to sometimes, and they said that Corey Graves is not like Jerry Lawler. I think he just likes every time Alexa comes out, he starts gushing like Lawler clamor over Deborah.
Like,
Wait, what?
I'm sorry. I love Corey.
Corey Graves is nothing like Jerry Lawler.
No, he's more Bobby the Brain Heenan.
It's what he is. I'm like when he goes, oh God, okay. If it's a guy comes out and it says he's excited for a woman, like it's Alexa, oh my God, but he never goes, oh she's hot and I want to get her in bed. No, that would be Jerry Lawler. He goes, listen to her, she's awesome. Oh, thank you, Alexa, thank you. Look at all the work she had to do for this. That's Bobby Heenan.
Yeah, I never really put that together, but you're right.
He's Bobby Heenan light, because he can't go and do full-blown Bobby Heenan.
Well, there can never be another Bobby Heenan.
Right.
There'll never be another
Corey Graves is thinking with his head.
Which one?
Jerry Lawler is thinking... No, Corey Graves thinking with his head. Jerry Lawler, when the women come out, is thinking with his other head.
Yeah. Enough blood for one, and that's it.
Yeah, little Jimmy, okay?
Little Jimmy.
Oh, God. That gimmick died a slow death, thank God.
Yeah, just like Ron
that gimmick was awesome. And then they
hated the little Jimmy gimmick.
They had nothing to do with it. They had nothing to do anymore.
What is he going to... I mean, the fact that he went from TNA... Yeah.
I'm on Gronk is retired because... the wear and tear on his body, and if you look at the past couple seasons, he is a shell of the threat he used to be.
True, very true.
Yeah, he's not...
Mangled. He was mangled, like, about, 3-4 years ago, he got mangled, and he's never been the same. I mean, when you're missing, 5 to 7 weeks a season, it's time to hang it up.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel bad for the guy... But at the same time, like, dude, you have other ends. Like, it's not like he's not going to go and do something else.
Yeah, he's going to be Mojo's manager. So where Mojo right now is doing the whole freaking Stewart.
Yeah.
I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and gosh darn it, people
like me.
Yeah, except his is like, do it! Fix something! Do it! I'm like, okay, Shy.
No, he's the Shia LaBeouf of it.
Yeah.
Do it!
Do it! Right.
All right. So, do you want to dive into real sports?
Yes, please, God, because that's what I'm looking forward to is Ronda, because Ronda, you don't know what she's gonna say, and she brings this air of legitimacy because no Ronda Rousey match yet has been boring.
Okay.
None. Even when she's working with shitty ass freaking Nia, none has been boring.
Yeah, I mean, Naya's not been the greatest, but that's Naya.
Well, and Tamina's been lighting the house on fire, please.
And I'll call it right now. The internet right now is on Rhonda because, she's not a worker and blah, blah, blah. Where, because the internet doesn't get on people like from other sports. Like Daniel Cormier could come over and the internet will be like, well, Cormier can't wrestle. Cormier, blah, 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 blah.
Which is, oh my god, I would love to hear that. Cormier can't wrestle. Really, motherfuckers? Because he's a wrestling coach.
Yep.
Yeah, he can't do this. He can't do that. But he's boring in the ring. Like, that's what the internet will do. And that's why the internet has made Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
Because Becky's the worker. Charlotte doesn't have the mouth. She doesn't.
Yep.
Yeah, that's one thing she didn't inherit from her father.
No.
Well, the thing is, I think they're trying to do it, but she comes off like, I'm the chosen one. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
I'm God.
No, she had some good promos, and then what happens is WWE then has to go right back to, well, this is why I'm the main event. And then, like, she'll tell some truth, and I'm like, oh, shit, Charlotte's actually doing something. And then she'll be like, I am the main event. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Here we go with this again, huh?
Woo! And then she woos for 3 or 4 times, and then that's it.
Woo! Jesus Christ.
So, all right. So, we'll go to NCAA news to start. New developing story from the Scandal Varsity Blues.
Oh, God.
Yale has yanked any student that was part of that and thrown him out.
So what? They yanked all the women's rowing club's male members out?
Yep.
That was such a great dig. That was such a great dig. Oh, who did that? I forgot who said that.
I forget, yeah.
Oh, who was that? Was that, oh my God. Oh, no, was that, oh my God, who was it? It was, because, like, university, my parents paid for a great university, and I was the greatest member of the women's kayaking team. Full scholarship as a member of the women's kayaking team. And oh my God, who said that on Raw? I think it was Colin Jost.
Yeah, I don't remember. I forget.
No, it wasn't Colin Jost. Who? Oh my God. Was it Heyman? No, it wasn't.
Oh, if it was Heyman, that sounds like a Heyman promo.
Yeah. I think it might have been Heyman. Or something like that. Like somebody who went to college. I forgot who.
Xavier?
No, it wasn't Xavier. I forgot. Oh, also the Elias promos were gold.
Yes, Elias is gold.
I can make more than that. Go ahead and take my money. I don't care.
Other college news, actually there was some college football news, and really big with Clemson's wide receiver Amir Rogers tore his ACL Monday during practice.
Ow.
Well, that's he's out for the season.
He's done.
Well, they're saying Dabo says that if Rogers rehabs after surgery goes well, he could return for the 2019 season. When? They don't say, but...
Yeah, but the thing is, Amir Rogers wasn't like, the be-all, end-all of Clemson's wide receiving core.
No, but they're also very deep in that, but that just sucks.
Yeah, Amir Rogers, what year was he?
Junior.
He may start.
Yeah. Good God. What else they got? Clemson and Oklahoma. Really? How is the fuck is this news?
What?
Clemson and Oklahoma to meet in the 2035 and 2036 season.
Who gives a shit?
That's what I said too. How the fuck is that news?
So Dabo will be dead then.
Yeah, right.
Lincoln Riley will be retired from the NFL, and this is news. Who gives a shit?
How the fuck is that news?
Clemson and Oklahoma could be the worst teams in college football at that point.
Yeah, they could be.
I mean, shit, Dabo will be like on his like retirement thing, looking like George Bush.
Okay, and in happy news, Purdue is now going to honor Tyler Trent with a stadium memorial.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That is very awesome.
That is great news right there. I am very happy with that. I mean, it sucks for what the kid went through. I mean, I was so happy for that season. Was so nice. The fact what they did for this kid.
Oh yeah. All right. What other news we got? Quick.
We'll go through college first, and then we'll pretty much appeals dropped, the nepotism case. Nothing really for college football or college basketball except for March Madness.
Yeah, and all right. So let's talk a little March Madness, and then we'll talk the craziness and the rule changes of the NFL.
That was actually what I had next on the run sheet.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I made a run sheet, so.
The AAF is in jeopardy and may fold. Yes, that is right, Joe.
All right, so upsets for the first weekend, the first week of the NCAA tournament. Not that many huge upsets, except maybe UC Irvine.
Which I picked.
We all picked UC Irvine.
Yep.
UC Irvine, told ya. I also picked Murray State.
We all picked. Yeah, I think we all picked Murray. No, I know I picked Murray State. I think John took.
John took Marquette.
Yeah.
How'd that work out for you?
Yeah, well, yeah, what? Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Yeah. You, though, Chris.
Yeah.
Must have had a good old pucker going during the UCF game.
I wasn't watching it. I wasn't watching it.
Literally, an inch. If the fucking ball stopped, there goes Duke.
Yeah, but they didn't. And Taco Fall is a great player and a great name. I can't wait to see him in the NBA. Taco Fall. I mean, holy shit.
7'5", 7'6"?
Or something like that. Yeah.
He made a fucking, what's his name? Look like a child.
Zion.
He made Zion look like a child, and Zion's 6'7".
But when the chips came down to it, Zion pulled it through.
Well, what hurt UCF was Taco fouled out.
Taco fouled out?
Fouled out. If Taco was still there, this might be it's a whole different issue.
So Taco Fall failed?
Yeah. Taco failed. Taco failed.
Taco fail.
Big blowouts out of this game. Texas Tech out of this weekend. Texas Tech.
Oh yeah.
Just oh my god, curb stomped them. Houston.
Yep.
And UNC. Duke played a lot of close games. I mean, Duke first round, obviously they blew the shit out. They blew the fucking doors off of North Dakota State. Like they would. Had a lot of trouble with with UCF. But the Midwest is going to be. That is where it's going to be an interesting situation. The West and the Midwest, because UNC, Texas Tech looks fucking good.
Yeah.
And then you got the Lonely Stragglers in the Oregon Ducks.
Yep. Watch out for. I'm saying right now that one bracket with Duke LSU, and Michigan State. Oh my God.
And the thing is, okay, so we have right now, we have Duke, Virginia Tech. We all, I think I took, I took the ups. No, we all took Duke.
I think Duke, that scare against UCF has really got them back into like where they need to be.
Yeah, I think they're gonna blow the doors over Virginia Tech.
Yeah, I think they're going to blow their doors off Virginia Tech, and I think they're going to beat Michigan State.
So okay, so you have the yeah. Like I said, I think State's gonna be their toughest challenge as much as that because I think State plays a fuller game. But at the same time, it would not shock me if Duke beats them. Clearly. In the West, you got Zaga, Texas Tech, FSU, and Michigan.
Zaga.
The Zaggies. The Zags and FSU. FSU. You know what? I think FSU is going to upset them. I think FSU was going to upset Gonzaga because FSU they upset Gonzaga last year, and I've said for the longest time Gonzaga, can't sustain it.
Yeah, that's the one spot where you're not going to see a 1 or 2 come out. It's going to be a 3 or higher.
I think Michigan wins that.
I like Texas Tech. I really do. I like Tech.
It's going to be interesting.
I like Florida.
Out of the Midwest.
I like Michigan out of that.
Out of the West, you like Michigan?
Yeah.
Like I said, I like Tech. That's just me though. I like Texas Tech. Out of the Midwest, we had chalk. UNC Auburn, Houston, Kentucky.
Yep.
UNC Kentucky, I think.
And we have chalk in the other one too.
1, 2. No, because Oregon's not.
All right, Oregon. Yeah, but Oregon's not going to upset anybody. Come on.
I think that game might be a lot closer than people think against Virginia.
I think Virginia's going to spank Oregon.
I think that game's going to be a lot closer than people think, but Oregon should not win. Virginia should be moving on.
I think Virginia moves on, and I think they move on like in a blowout.
And I think after the scare Tennessee got, I think Tennessee's going to fucking stomp out Purdue.
They should.
Like, I said last year, that 7-footer, they had 2 7-footers. It just proved who was the better 7-footer at this, and it was the senior from last year that played with a broken freaking arm.
All right, and then you have UNC versus Auburn.
Yeah.
And Kentucky versus...
Kentucky versus... Houston.
All right, Kentucky beats Houston, and I think North Carolina ends Auburn.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All righty.
Yes.
There's that. Now it's time to talk. All right, so first the AAF is in jeopardy, and they may fold.
Yeah, they're kind of low on money, it looks like.
It's not that. It's that they're trying to get a partnership with the NFLPA.
Yeah.
Not going to happen.
Yeah, they're trying to get a partnership with the NFLPA to allow them, like first-year, second-year players, like who may be on the practice squad but may still be signed to a futures contract, a chance to play and get more. But the NFLPA is saying no because those players, if they get hurt, they're in jeopardy of losing their NFL contract.
Yeah.
Which they have a point. I think the AAF would be perfectly fine as an NFL feeder, but not with that. They don't need that with people signed to a futures contract. You get undrafted free agents. If you get undrafted free agents and you get...
They need to make them a minor league. They need to have someone they need to make sure the people that are not in NFL contracts play for them, but they're still under the umbrella of the NFL.
Right. That's why you have to get, I mean, or something, or the NFL minor league, but basically they need to start signing undrafted free agents this year. And, basically undrafted free agents. And they also will sign players on 1-year deals. They also can sign players on 1-year deals, like on practice squads, but not like, future deals. Like if you're actually on the roster, they can't touch you. But if you're on a practice squad, they can.
Yeah.
And you can sign, and you can still go back to said team with that thing.
Why doesn't the NFL actually have a minor league system anyway? It's beyond me.
They did.
But they really need to generate something like this because there's too many guys that get hurt during the regular season and like, oh, you got to make a trade, you got to sign this guy. Oh, this guy hasn't played all year. They need to have a minor league system so they can pluck guys out just like baseball does.
Well, the NFL had a minor league system. It was called the NFL Europe.
Yeah, I remember that.
There. But you see my point, though. They really need to generate something because it's something I think that the NFL is missing out on.
They have, all right. The thing is, you can't have the minor league football season run the same time. You can't have the minor league football season run the same time as the NFL season. You can't. Because they would need, I don't know. You just can't do it. Nobody'd watch it.
The only way guys are going to be able to stay in shape and healthy if a team needs a running back, a linebacker or something, the guys will still be in fighting shape. Or they think, come in and replace that injured player or that restricted player or whatever, or what have you.
Well, that's why they have the practice squad. That's why they have practice squads. And if they have somebody they have a free agent that could be better. And, well, the thing is also with the NFL, it's not just, how can I put it? It's not like in baseball where like a guy's in the minors and run under the same system. And now we're just going to bring him up. And he's up the next day and he's playing. In the NFL, most of the time, like, even if you got a guy off the minors and all that, you'd still have to bring him in, learn the system. Like, he just can't come in. You can't pluck him in. You can't get him one day, one day, then the next day he's on the field. You can't do that in the NFL.
Right.
I understand your point, but I still think it's something that the NFL should seriously think about looking into. That's just my opinion. I think they should because all right, let's say you've got a guy who's at least in your minor leagues of like, let's just say take the Browns, the minor leagues of the Browns. He's obviously going to know the plays that the team is running. You run them in the plays. You run them in the minor league games, so at least they're familiar with the playbook.
But I don't think. Here's my thing. I don't think that head coaches of teams are going to want to do the same exact thing that the head coach of, like, say, the Browns are going to do. Because that put those egos, where baseball, it doesn't really matter. Baseball is one way, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but do you see my point, though? You see it a little bit, though, that it would be beneficial for them to possibly have something like this?
Yes and no.
All right, why do you say yes and no, Ronnie? I want to hear your take.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, like Chris said, it would be good for the people if they can get the undrafted free agents and all that other stuff. It's great for them. The problem is, though, is then you literally, if it's a new coach and he's coaching his playbook for the spring league, what's going to happen when he's trying to play for a title and in the actual league, and they already have every one of his plays ready? They have it scripted down to a science.
Yeah, there's basically, like, there'll be nothing. Like, how can I put it? Like, say you have this team in the minor leagues run the exact same plays as the team, like, say, all right, Steelers are taking on the Patriots in that week, right?
Right.
Then they can look at their minor leagues Patriots team versus the minor league Steelers team and because it's the same playbooks, and see how they would literally shut down them, and basically would make the game shitty. Not to mention, you would have so much shit. You think fans are bad now? Just imagine if, say, the coach of the minor league Giants is, say, I don't know, if we're doing it at the same time, say he's 7-3, right?
Right.
Pat Shermer's 3-7. You're telling me all New York's not going to be calling for Shermer to get replaced with the minor league coach?
True.
And it's a total different thing. It's a total different thing. Also, players take a full week to get ready for a game. It's not like, we're going to pluck this guy from the minors and all that. It's not the same thing. Because, the reason why the G League in basketball works, why the minor leagues in baseball works, and even, minor league hockey works, is because they have games, almost, every other night. So it's you could have these guys play at the same time. It's oh, yeah, well, this guy is doing good. Let's bring him up to the bigs and see what happens. Where in the NFL, where, oh, yeah, this guy's doing good, let's bring him up to the bigs and see what happens. And if he costs you a game, it's in the NFL, you only have 16 games. Right?
Right.
So say a guy gets hurt. You bring in this running back thinking, oh, yeah, he's great down in the minors. Let's bring him up. And he costs you a game, a divisional game. Your squad ends up missing the playoffs because you brought up the dude from the minors and he costs you.
And then your ass is fired because of that.
Yeah, then your ass is fired because you thought it was a good idea to give this young guy a chance. Where in the NFL, it takes... That's why they have the practice squad. They have the practice squad that practices with their normal squad. Because Josh Adams from the Philadelphia Eagles started on the practice squad. A bunch of other players, receivers, started on the practice squad. That's why they're signed to the practice squad. They don't suit up with the team, but they practice with them every day.
Yeah.
So they see what they got, where it's oh, let's see what this guy's doing, killing it against inferior talent. That's where the AAF, with playing where they're good, would be a perfect thing for an NFL feeder league. And that's why they don't need those NFLPA contracts. I don't think so. I think they can sign undrafted free agents and players who are cast-offs, on the practice squad that aren't really signed to future deal contracts. Because then you go, hey, you want a chance, here you go. You get better, and now you come back in that NFL season with a lot more practice and a lot more confidence because you've done this in game situations. Where in the practice squad, you're running dummy plays. Yay, it's good for you, but it's not really a game situation.
Well, to answer your question, then I think they should get the assistant coach then to run the offense of say the minor league.
Ugh, God, no.
No. But let him run his own. Let him make a playbook. So then it's their style, but it's not their playbook. You get what I mean?
But the thing is, I like the idea of the feeder league being an NFL feeder league just with players and talent that way.
Yeah.
And then they get picked to other teams because you don't want to have, a feeder league of this team, a feeder league of this team, and then this team, they're running the same exact plays. Right. And it's because that was the problem with NFL Europe. Because there were certain teams running the same exact plays.
Yeah, no, I get you. Then
Armand's right here, too. Armand's not right about the July, August, September because, nah. Because you still need players to be in training camp to be with the NFL.
The perfect, what they have now, the AAF, between the first week, the Super Bowl weekend, the week after the Super Bowl, to the week before the draft is the perfect time.
Right, February, March, April, and done by the draft. Perfect timing. So what if a player gets hurt and the team calls up a player, but the team has a game on Thursday coming up instead of Sunday? The player getting called up does not have enough time to learn a good portion of the playbook to play. That's true.
Yeah, that is true.
And that's the thing right there. It's you can't. It's not like basketball where it's oh yeah, let's call up this guy. Where a lot of plays in basketball, a lot of the things in basketball is there's the triangle, there's a give and go, there's this and that. It's there's not really a lot of creativity in play calling in college in basketball. The creativity comes when they freewheel it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why, like some of the point guards are, oh, he's a court general, because they'll run a certain play and they'll be like, all right, do this, do that, do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where baseball is as bare bones as it gets.
You pitch ball, you hit ball.
You pitch ball, you hit ball, you field ball.
Gronk grabs football, Gronk scored, Gronk happy.
Right. There's not much. The only things you got to do in baseball is like, okay, they lead this way. The player goes, all right, so, like, shift this way, shift the field this way, shift the field this way. This pitcher throws this. Don't hit that.
It's more situational defense than actual defense.
Right. It's like there's this, there's that, and the other. It's not like this pitcher does this guy does this guy does. It's not that. In baseball, it's like pitcher pitches ball, tries to get him out. The batter hits the ball, and then after that, it's the same old fielding. You have certain different signals and all that, but it's like steal, stay, that shit. We get that. But I mean, and hockey, it's basically like you play this line, you play this line. Once you played hockey, you basically know how to play hockey. Because, like, whatever plays, like flying V, this, that, eventually that all goes out the window, and it just turns into a freewheel for a goal.
Yep. Yeah.
True. Very true.
Yeah, where football is the one game where you stick to the play. You run this route. You don't freewheel it. You run this play. Like, if you call an off tackle, the running back hits the hole. The hole's supposed to be there. If he doesn't, he gets killed. Or then he gets creative and does some certain stuff.
That's why you hear, oh, this. Oh, it's a broken play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, where the minors, you have to have your own system with the minors, your own coaches, your own this and that, because that way you can evaluate talent, and it's not like, oh, well, this guy will work good in our system. Well, you can have something similar, but you don't want to have the same exact thing. Because if the Eagles are getting ready for the Cowboys, oh, let's look at the Austin, dough holes or whatever. Let's look at their tape. Look, they're running the same exact shit. Okay, so we bring a linebacker here, bring a linebacker here. We'll shut down Zeke. Because look what the Austin dough holes are doing. We could do the exact same thing. We could do the exact same thing with our team. Like, look how our Pennsylvania, Fighting Birds did against them. You know what I mean? Like, look at what they did. Perfect. No, the Fighting Amish. Oh, God, no. You know what I mean? You can't do like an NFL minor league like that. I mean, I thought about it for the longest time. Like, NFL Europe was a good idea. Being under the banner of the Chiefs, being under the banner of this, and that was cool. But you have to have your own coaches, your own playbooks, you can't, like, say, like the feeder of the Eagles should not always have to run Andy Reid's system.
Right. Yeah,
or Doug Peterson system. Like, if you want to be 2 yards in a cloud of dust person, go right ahead. You can't do the same thing. So that's the issue with that. I think the AAF needs to, like I said, sign undrafted free agents this year, or free agents who aren't going to end up on teams, because there's a bunch of them. But the thing is, they don't have to sign them until, like, after the trade deadline of the NFL.
Yeah.
Because the AAF season doesn't really start, they don't start training really until what, like January?
I think so.
Yeah, like December, January. I mean, that's how they're going to do it now. But right now, they're in danger of folding because because of money, and they're thinking about that, which is, I think they don't need it. You play smart. You do that. If anything, they need to put more money in promotion. Because the games are good, just only certain stadiums are really, embracing it. Because they're thinking it's going to be like the XFL, or like the next year the AFL or the USFL, like the last year of the USFL, where people didn't attend because they knew Trump was going to move it. So for any of these leagues to even think about, longevity, you have to play 2 to 3 years to show the fans you're going to be there. You have to. Yeah. Because if you come out 1 week, hey, all right, it was good while it lasted, all right, we'll wait for the inevitable fold. That's why people don't support it. That's why people would rather watch it on TV than go to a game. You have to make them want to go to the games. You have to make them want to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when that starts off with like, oh, well, next season, you already have to have like a 3-season plan at least to get people in it. Because, like, same thing. People are going to watch the XFL for the first week. Like, oh my God. Right. And then the ratings are going to drop. The attendance is going to drop because they're going to think, oh, well, that was a good week. That was a good week. All right, we'll just wait for the inevitable fold in a couple weeks.
It's going to be a novelty act. That's what it's going to be. The first week of the XFL is going to be a novelty act because everybody's going to be, all right, how is this going to be different from the old XFL?
That's what the AAF was. The AAF's first week was sold out, but it was a novelty act.
And that's what the XFL is going to be. Is like, okay, how is it going to be different this time around? What have they changed, or what have they learned from the first go around?
Well, to be honest, does the AAF have any legal actions if the NFL decides to steal their rules?
No, they don't, because they've already said they're open to it.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah.
They've already said we're open to it. We want to work with the NFL, and we want to help we want to work with the NFL and completely integrate. That's why we have our season at this time. We are not competing with the NFL.
Then Goodell needs to step in and be like, hey, you guys want to be part of this? Fine. But you're under our banner, but you're your own league.
Exactly.
Well, the NFL's fine with that. It's the NFLPA. And the NFLPA is not under Roger Goodell.
Yeah, but
the NFLPA is the players' union.
But if there's no players that are on there playing on there, if they just get what they have now, like college kids and that, does the PA have any say?
No, what they're trying to do.
Yeah, but say
what they're trying to do with the draft coming up, they're trying to get kids that are going to say they're signed with a team, right?
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying, but I'm saying is though, if they can't, obviously right now they can't. If they say no,
they want the rookies. They want the rookie players who are going to be on the practice squad but still have a 3-year rookie contract.
Yeah,
that's what they want.
But let's just say this: say if they can't get it, the PA says that. Couldn't they just go to Goodell and be like, "Hey, listen, we want to be a feeder. We want to be a minor league for you guys, but not have any of your players."
No, it's no longer up with the Goodell. It's no longer up to Goodell in the NFL. It's the NFLPA, which is the players' union, and that's a separate entity.
Yeah, and they won't share the royalties. They're fucking stubborn as a mule.
Goodell can say, "Oh yeah, well, I totally support you," but the NFLPA, they're like, "Well, nope, because of this and that."
But even if it's a completely separate contract.
Well, the NFLPA is worried. No, what they want to do, they want to take kids.
Yeah, but no. I get what they're trying to do, but let's just say they can't do that.
No, hold on. The AAF is trying to get kids, say 6th and 7th round picks that aren't going to start.
No, I know exactly what you're saying. They're trying to get practice squads and undrafted free agents. But let's just say
undrafted free agents are fair game. That's no problem.
No, okay, let me rephrase that. 6, 7 rookies that are in the 6th, 7th round and practice squad players. Okay, right. Let's say the PA.
Hold on. That are going to sign 3-year contracts, like the rookie contracts.
Right.
Right. They want to take them. And what the NFLPA is saying is no, because it jeopardizes them. Because what if they get hurt playing your little AAF game, and that screws their NFL career? Even if it's a futures contract and they're on the practice squad or whatever, that's what they want. But the thing is, they don't need them.
No, but hold on. But let me finish, because I understand what you're saying there. But the NFLPA has to okay that. Obviously, it's their guys. But could they technically go to Goodell and be like, we don't want any of your players. We just want to be under this. We want to be under your banner. We want the support from the NFL. Can you help us out? And in return, anybody that wants to be signed, you have free reign to get from us.
No. They can't go to Goodell because it doesn't matter. Once you're talking about players, you're no longer talking to Goodell.
But even though technically it's no, but here's the thing though. But you're not talking about getting players from them. You're talking about the other way. You're talking about what's it called? You're almost talking about not just a feeder system, but you're also just looking to be like, can you guys help us out with TV times? Like, they're almost trying to be the league, not the players.
But the thing is, it doesn't matter. As soon as you're talking players that are going to be on futures contracts, like the 4-year contracts or like the 4-year contracts, whatever.
I don't think you're understanding you're not understanding what I'm saying. I'm not talking about them taking these guys that have future contracts. I'm not talking about that, period. That's a lost cause. They're not taking them, period, or guys in the practice squad. Anybody that's in the NFL that is drafted from the NFL is off. It's no game.
Right.
I'm talking about the league.
So why the hell are they talking to Goodell?
Because the league, so then it's under the NFL banner. Banner as in they get almost like Vince McMahon with ECW. They're getting money from the NFL. They're getting promoted by the NFL.
If that helps like financial situations, that's the only thing they could do. Because that's the only way like an NFL minors could work. Or an NFL Europe thing could work.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, but the NFL owners won't buy into it.
Right.
I mean, you could talk to Goodell all you want. It doesn't matter. You got to talk to the owners.
Well, I don't know. I think the owners might do it because then if you give them the option that they can go into the draft.
But the problem is, you have to show you're going to be around longer than a year.
Right.
Because any smart businessman isn't going to be like, oh yeah, let me plunk some money into this AAF team. Especially when the AAF's going to fold in a year. No.
Yeah, well, we got to.
You have to show a plan for longevity, and you have to show a viable plan for longevity that doesn't rely on the NFL. You need to show that you have this league and you can sustain this league independently from the NFL, and then you can still use it as an NFL feeder league. Because if you come up with a right business plan and they're like, look, we are fine the way we are, we just want to get you involved, then they'll listen. It's not like, it's unless you want the NFL to do like a minor league thing, which if that's the case, then you're going to have 30 teams of all minors, and you're going to have a whole big ass season that starts after the Super Bowl, and it's not going to get done by the draft, or they're going to have to shorten it.
Yeah.
Which will really ruin it. So you have to show that you're independently sustainable. And that's one thing where the XFL might have it over the AAF, is because the XFL has one owner and it's his money and he's looking to make money, and it's independent.
Right.
It's totally independent of the NFL. That's what the XFL does have going for it, where the AAF is trying to do this whole, trying to get in bed with the NFL, but the NFL doesn't play ball, then you're getting in bed with nobody.
Yeah, exactly.
But the XFL, as I said earlier, I don't see it lasting more than a year. I still think that it's just destined to fail because it's going to be a novelty. Everybody's going to come in the beginning, going to do tremendous ratings like the AAF, and then it's just the bottom.
Wait, what?
Hold on, John, we're losing you.
Yeah.
Here. Oh, I don't know. Did you get any of that or not?
We got a little bit of that. Go ahead, try it again.
Well, basically, it's like the XFL is going to, like Chris said before, in the first game, the ratings are going to skyrocket.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to see it. But I don't know how many weeks the XFL is running. Like, I don't know, 10 weeks, 12 weeks. I forget how many games.
It's about the same as what the AAF is going to be running.
all right, let's just say 12 games. Let's just say by week 10, who's going to care? Nobody.
Yeah.
There won't be a week. There won't be a week 10 of the XFL. There's no way they're going to be.
It's gonna fold because it's just it didn't work the first time. What does Vince McMahon think is going to make it work this time? Oh well, we're gonna take our time and develop it. Yeah. How long was the AAF in development before they decided to roll out?
I mean, I only heard about it 2 years. It could probably be longer than that.
Exactly.
The AAF was in development about a year ago, and then they rolled out fast.
You see, that was the problem the XFL had the first time. They rolled it out. They just rolled it out and said, okay, here's what we're going to do. And they didn't have any time to. What Vince is hoping that it's going to be better, I still think it's going to fail. And
Yeah.
because what the NFL is going to do is they're going to be watching the XFL real close again, and they'll find something the XFL is doing that they're not doing and steal it, like the overhead cam and other things. They're going to steal that and develop it into the NFL.
Well, great segue.
Why do you? All right. First off, don't call it stealing.
Well, I'm not. I meant all right. Stealing is an oversight. They're going to borrow it. They're going
to implement it because it was a production thing that they did, yeah, but they didn't steal it because
there's no patent
the league was defunct. The league was defunct when the NFL decided to do it, and it wasn't the NFL deciding to do it. First off, it wasn't the NFL deciding to run it, because where do you see that camera prevalent, especially on NBC, on Sunday Night Football?
Well, and NBC, but the other thing is, too, when it comes to NBC, where did the XFL decide to broadcast from?
Who was the broadcast partner with the XFL?
NBC.
So it wasn't WWE's camera angles or the XFL's camera angles. It was NBC's camera angles trying to capture the XFL game, and then they got the Sunday Night Football contract going, hey, let's try some of the shit that we really liked and that fans really liked and put it on Sunday night.
And then ESPN uses it. And
right, ESPN used it, Fox used it, and it became standard. It's not the NFL doing it.
No.
It's
now
works doing it.
With the segue that brings into that is the owners' meeting with the rule changes. Well, if anyone doesn't know, I guess we'll go into that.
Yeah, fine.
The owner meeting happened, and they have implemented some rule changes that are going to happen for this year. Owners okayed 31-1. Thank you, Cincinnati, for the okay to challenge offensive and defensive and non-call pass interference plays.
It is about time.
Yep.
All I gotta say, just
yes,
definitely, because it is about time. Because there are so many damn things, so many damn pass interference calls that were bullshit, so many non-calls that should have been calls, and teams should have the right to challenge them. They should, because those calls usually make or break a game.
Yeah. And they said that it will be booth reviewable within the last 2 minutes.
Good. It should be. Again, because there are teams that you know this, that they don't have a hope in hell in the last 2 minutes. So what do? They just get the guys down there, throw it down the middle of the field, and hope for a pass interference.
Yep.
They practice that. And sometimes it is a pass interference, sometimes it's not. So I am totally down with that rule.
I am agree. Now I'm fine with it. I like it, especially after the NFC title game. The one they did not approve of was the Kansas City Chiefs one, where a team should be getting a possession each.
Where a team should get a possession each, regardless of touchdown or not.
Right. Yes.
Again, eventually what it's going to be, you're going to have to detail it. You're going to have to detail the overtime. And as much as NFL fans are going to be all elitist, like, no, college overtime is stupid, you're going to need to go to it.
Yep.
Because what's going to happen, these games are going to continue to happen where a team will get the ball and score a touchdown in overtime without your vaunted offense touching it. And you're going to bitch and piss and moan and bitch and piss and moan. And the only way that you can stop your bitch and piss and moaning is have them implement something like college, like a college overtime. Okay, maybe don't start at 25, start at the 35. Start it at the 35 or even the 40.
Oh, sorry. They tabled that.
Yeah, they're going to need to do that. That's what eventually it's going to come down to, because you're going to have more games where it's like, a team's going to score a touchdown rather than a field goal. And what that comes to is because the rules are so offense skewed that even if you have overtime, it's going to come to that.
Yeah.
So defenses aren't going to have a chance.
Oh, and I was wrong about the other thing, so we'll get to that in a little bit. Other things that were passed, and this is something that I'm not a fan of, but it is the elimination of all blindside blocks.
Like from the side and the back?
It is now a 15-yard penalty if a player a block which he is moving towards or parallel to his own end line and makes forcible contact with his opponent with his helmet, forearm, or shoulder.
So it gets rid of blocking from the side.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and what are they gonna do? What are you gonna do? You can't put if you can't get in front of them, you're gonna hold them then.
So say a guy is running, chasing a running back. You can no longer have like where the guy comes in with at the side and nails
as a
him.
block, like an offensive line that decides to cut up. Like if an offensive tackle decides to run down the field and they're coming on an angle, they can't blow up a fucking blocker to spring their running back free.
Right. No more decleaters.
No more decleaters.
That's a bad rule.
Yeah, agreed. And it passed, so it is officially a thing this year. It is a 15-yard penalty.
Damn.
Obviously.
The thing is, though, most of those happen on kickoff and punt returns.
That's what they said. They said
no big deal.
They said the blindside block sometimes on a punt, but it's also during sudden changes such as an interception or a fumble return.
All right.
Kickoff is permanently changed. Pretty much what they had last year. The rules, it's official. It's a permanent change.
Okay.
Yeah.
With them standing still, I don't mind that.
Okay, we'll just see how many teams are going to be stupid again. So the Raiders can, just get a easy kickoff return touchdown.
Yep. Expansion of league-ordered ejections. They're referencing, allow Riverton to order the ejection of a player who has committed a flagrant non-football act such as punching or fighting. That's always been a thing. They're expanding that now, which happened at least once to the Kansas City Chiefs defensive lineman Chris Jones in Week 5. Flagrant football acts too, such as a hit to the head or neck of a defensive player. This adjustment will gets the NFL and NCAA targeting rule. So pretty much they're expanding the targeting rule.
Good.
And I'm fine with that. What I like is this one. Penalties are now to be enforced option after scores. Which means, you know how if there's a personal foul, you have the option to put it on the kickoff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not anymore. You now you have the option to put that 15-yard penalty on the point after attempt.
Huh.
So now that 30, what was it? It's 35-yarder?
Yeah.
Now becomes a 50-yard point after.
or they could choose to go for two.
Or a 17-yard 2-point conversion.
Right.
I like that.
I'm down with that.
I like
cool.
that. That makes this shit a lot more interesting. That makes you almost forcing you to go for 2 if you get that penalty.
Oh yeah.
And they've officially put new draft orders and tiebreakers. There's no longer going to be a coin flip because they added 6 more traditional tiebreakers.
I love that.
So we're not going to see any more coin flips. Defeated. I thought they approved this. Apparently they denied this. And thank God you jumped off of the Giant because John Mara said the dumbest fucking quote ever. The original onside alternative was the AAF rule. Pretty much if you within a thing, instead of swapping a kickoff, you can go for a 4th and 15-yard attempt from your own 35-yard line.
Okay.
Right.
So they decided to say no, and then New York Giants co-owner John Mara goes to reporters and says, "What are we? The Arena Football League?"
Oh god.
Hey John,
Yeah.
not you, Mara.
Oh.
Shut the fuck up, and no one gets his onside kicks anyway. This shit at least makes it more entertaining. By the way, your Giants are going to be 3-13 this year, so I hope you feel like having the first pick of the goddamn draft because the fucking Miami Dolphins are going to be better than you, and they're trying to lose.
How do you really feel?
They're tanking for Tua.
I mean, shit. You want to talk about... I'm a Jet fan, and I'm saying this. Former Giant boy over there has some probably worse news, words than I do.
Dude, it's stupidity. It's stupidity. It's stupidity, and I'm very happy in my midnight green. Thank you.
Yes. And they tabled the overtime rule changes, which they're going to probably come back during spring meetings in May 20th. So we could get the overtime rule.
All right. So what's the deal with the onside now? Are they doing the onside conversion?
No, it's still your kickoff.
Still the onside kick?
Yeah.
With the new kickoff rules and the way an onside kick goes now, you can't do an onside kick. It makes no sense.
That's exactly.
Do the onside conversion because the new kickoff rule is basically how can I put it? They've castrated the onside kick.
No, and they should make it the rule that you can only do it if you're down by 2 scores and within 2 minutes.
I'll say within the last 5 minutes of the game.
That works too. But I think you have to be down a certain amount of points. I think you have to be down at least 14 points.
No. Last 5 minutes of the game. Because if you're down 14 points and say if you're down 10 points, right?
Yeah.
Or you're down even like 9. You're gonna have to score a touchdown and make a conversion, right?
Once you hit 5, I think they should kind of window that rule. You can adjust that rule.
2 scores.
Yeah.
Whether it be anything from 8 to anything from 9 points.
That works.
9 points plus. You should do the onside. You should have a 4th and 15 chance onside conversion. Don't.
Yep. Yeah. That's fine. I like that idea.
Yeah.
But
like the onside kick.
But the fact that John Mara, of all people, you should be the one that fucking talks.
What are we, the Arena Football League? No.
No offense. I'm going to go watch the fucking Blackjacks play a game. I ain't going to a Giant game anytime soon, even if they are playing the Jets.
Oh, my
I'll
God.
watch it on TV, thank you.
It's $50 for front row. I'm buying the fucking ticket.
Fucking.
I'll go to Atlantic City. What are we, the Arena Football League? Yeah, the Arena Football League's gonna sell out. When was the last time the Giants sold out?
Yeah, last year.
Yeah, that wasn't the Eagles, Cowboys, or Redskins.
Good point.
Week 1.
Yeah, when they had a chance. When they had a chance.
Well, everybody's got a chance the first week.
That's when they sell out, week 1. Unless you're like old Cleveland.
And wait, can you even say that? Didn't they play Dallas?
No, they played Jacksonville.
In week 1, they played Jacksonville?
Week 1, they played Jacksonville. Almost won.
Yeah, they did. Almost won. They lost by 5.
Hey, that's almost one, right?
I mean, in that season, in that week, we did have the Browns and Steelers tie.
Yeah.
And that's when
you
actually where the Jets were actually thought to be good. That they're like, oh, maybe we'll turn the road. Yeah, that didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and usually when you're the Browns, you know, you gotta. Well, usually when you're a Browns fan, week 1 is usually the start of heavy drinking.
They couldn't in Cleveland. Those coolers stayed locked.
Right. No, well, not those. I mean, heavy drinking other things.
I know. Yeah, some good old blackberry bourbon.
Yeah, some misery. You know what I mean?
Oh God.
I mean that's like if you're a fan of the Citadel during college football season, man, you better get ready to drink.
Oh. So speaking of the Miami Dolphins, the head coach came out and said tanking's a disgraceful word.
Tanking's a disgraceful word, but you're gonna do it.
Yep. They're doing the smart version of tanking. They're just making their team sucky. They're turning into the Cleveland Indians from Major League.
I mean, come on. When you basically get rid of your number 1 quarterback and you replace him with the bargain basement Nick Foles.
This team sucks.
Yeah, you can't say you're not trying to tank. Okay, Hinky, come on.
So,
holy shit, that's some Hinky level tanking.
You know who I really feel bad for right now?
Who?
RG3.
Why?
Oh,
his ex-agent is suing him.
You said you were going to be amazing. What happened?
For $650,000 because he didn't get back pay from for his agent fee.
Oh God!
Wait, he didn't get back pay?
So he didn't get his he got his $5 million contract. He never paid his agent.
Wait. How is that possible? Because when you get your $5 million whatever contract, your agent takes the cut first.
I don't know. But then RG3 put out a tweet says, "Gee, I can't trust anybody nowadays."
It was a bookkeeping error.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Wait. It's coming. Let's get this done because, you want to talk bookkeeping error.
All right, let's get to the other leagues before we get to UFC.
No, all right. Bookkeeping error, we're talking. Lonzo Ball.
Oh, okay, no, we're actually getting to the MLB, NBA, and NHL section.
Yeah, because we're done with.
We're done with football. So let's get to Lonzo Ball in a little bit, but
if you want your predictions, for the AAF, Express are going to lose. The Legends are going to lose. You're welcome. All right, now
and Johnny Manziel will score another 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, right.
He actually looked really good in the Memphis win.
Yeah, look at the league though, dude. Really.
Doesn't matter. He's still gonna perform.
He's like, look at the league.
He still has to do something. Hey, at least he's willing to take a pay cut.
That's hilarious. He couldn't score.
He cut it in the Canadian League. You really think, this is going to be a big thing that he scored 4 touchdowns?
That was due to alcohol, though. I mean, dude, the Canadian thing was due to his alcoholism. His DUIs that happened in the States.
No, the Canadian. Yeah, but the fact that he sucked in Canada, it wasn't due to any of that. It was the fact that the Canadian Football League was a lot better than he thought it was going to be.
All right,
yeah, and he's playing down here in the AAF, and it's like, he scored 4 touchdowns. It's the comeback trail. Yeah, it's the AAF that's not going to be around in another couple of weeks.
You're not wrong there.
God damn.
All right, so then does Terrell Owens have a good year?
I think he will.
Be fun to watch that this year.
Yeah.
What?
Well, Canadian football's fun to watch anyway.
Terrell Owens is in the Canadian Football League. John. All right. So baseball. Ichiro officially hangs him up.
Okay.
That was
All
good for him.
All right. Speaking of bad bookkeeping, again, Lonzo Ball officially unfollowed his father, and his father was it the guy Alan Gordon?
Yeah.
The co-founder of Big Baller Brown. He officially unfollowed him. He sold his shares, and he is done. He is done being LeVar Ball's puppet. And he also has gotten LaMelo and LiAngelo out of Big Baller as well.
You know what's bad? When Charles Barkley calls out LeVar and says, "Oh, I'm sorry, man. You were only famous because you were riding your son's coattails."
Yeah, and now his son has basically been like, "Fuck you, Dad," because they are blaming their dad.
Which, by the way, we've been saying that fucking for the last 2 years.
Which, here's the thing: you were blaming your dad, right?
Right.
Your dad did make a bad decision because, let me see, you partner up with this dude. What is it? A week after he gets out of prison?
Yeah.
For other financial scams?
Bad bookkeeping.
Dude, Lonzo Ball finds out around tax time that he's missing $1.5 million. $1.5 million.
And they don't know where he is. They have not found him yet.
They have not found Alan Gordon yet at all. So basically, he scammed Big Baller Brand for a ton of money.
For at least $2 million.
Well, that's 1.5 from Lonzo. That's 1.5 from Lonzo. No telling what he actually scammed Big Baller Brand of. Because he scammed that from Lonzo.
Yeah. You know, and like I said, you know what's bad? When fucking Chuck, of all people, when Charles fucking Broccoli decides to call your ass out and say, you a dummy.
Well, Broccoli says that a lot. Stephen A. Smith couldn't even make fun of him. He's like, man, I feel sorry for the kids.
By the way, you know where the Charles Broccoli joke is from, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, him and Nance made me those commercials make me laugh so freaking hard.
Charles Broccoli.
And Jim Nance and along. God damn it, Chuck.
Yeah.
God damn it, Chuck. Oh.
Yeah, like, so he scammed him all that. I'm like, really? $1.5 million. Now, the sad part about this is now, like, Lonzo's like, well, fuck Dad.
Hold on. Let me ask you something. Can you guys hear this?
What do you think about the fallout?
Can you hear that?
Big Baller Brand?
Yeah.
Lonzo Ball saying now it's time for him to be his own man.
Well, he should have been his own man from the beginning, Jalen. You can't let your family members try to piggyback on your success.
I can't hear that now.
No, I can't hear that.
Nice kid.
Damn it.
He's a good player.
It started out clear.
But this thing has been
Then it went away.
Oh, let it run
it's
then.
never
Just
going
hold
to
on.
work. And I feel bad because this old big mouth Jack dad
I still don't hear
has
that.
put his kid in an awkward situation all year. And like I say, I don't want to see anything bad happen to the kid, but I don't like his dad at all. And this thing has been a joke from the beginning.
I still don't hear nothing.
Hold
Are
on.
you concerned about what it does going forward? There are a lot of people who looked at this and thought that maybe someone needed to blaze this trail. Does it feel now like maybe the wrong people did it and it might discourage others from trying it in the future?
Well, Green, it's not going to work because they don't want to pay anybody.
Okay.
They want to make money. They want people to wear their shoes and they make all the money. You know, people can say all they want to about Nike, Adidas.
Heard a little bit.
They
Yeah, I did
actually
too.
pay us to wear their shoes. You know, we've all became multi-millionaires. Nike has paid me millions and millions and millions of dollars a year to wear their shoes. If Hey, we'll give you shoes and we're gonna take all the
How was
money.
that?
That doesn't sound like a good
A
business plan
commercial.
to me.
Uh-huh.
So, okay, so what that was, and I don't know how that came over. Oh, that could have worked better too. I don't know how that came over the air. It might have been a little foggy. But Charles Barkley decides to rip all over Lonzo Ball, pretty much calling him a piggybacking jackass live on the jump.
Well, I didn't hear. Yeah, I heard like, blah, 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 and then it went away. Like I
That's
figured
all
what
I
happened.
know.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I'm trying to figure out how I can play it through everything, but I guess it didn't work.
Play it through Skype.
I mean, if I can get the thing over to Skype, then maybe we can all listen to it. But
Yeah, because there's always a delay on the thing. So.
all right, here we
Yeah.
go. Well, we'll play it again. Whoop! No, I don't want screenshot.
Yeah, I
There we
see
go.
something. I just saw something that's like image.
Image.
Yeah. Whoop! No, God damn it! That's not what I wanted. What the fuck? Copy the link.
Share screen.
Oh, that actually, that I can do.
Yeah, share screen. Of course, nobody will hear it on the air. So.
No, they'll hear it on the air.
Okay.
It'll come through mine. All right, can you guys see my stuff?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me check.
See my
Looking.
Okay, I see your ESPN thing. Okay, I see you moving your shit around.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. Chris, you see it?
Not yet. I see display 1.
I see it fine. I see the little video clips. I see it. I see your desktop. So.
All right, I see it.
All right.
All right.
So tell me if you guys hear this, because I'm gonna play it one more time.
What do you think about the fallout
You hear that?
of the big baller
Not yet.
Not yet. I hear all good.
Hit play.
brand and Lonzo Ball saying now it's time for him to be his own man?
Well, he should have been his own man from the beginning.
I don't hear. I see
You
it
can't
moving,
let your
but I don't
family
hear it.
members try to piggyback
I put-
on your success. This is his time.
The closed
He's a
captioning
nice
is freezing
kid.
up on
He's
occasion.
a good
Okay,
player.
then
I like
don't.
Yeah.
Then
him
okay.
healthy.
Oh, here. There's the fucking link to what it was.
All right.
I'll find it. I'll find it.
I just
That's how you do it.
yeah.
All right. No, don't put Skype. All right, back to the thingy.
Anyway, he was pretty much ripping on Lonzo and not Lonzo, LeVar, pretty much piggybacking on Lonzo's career. The fact that he called him a fucking jackass though live on the air is
Damn.
beautiful, and you hear the people in the back going, "Oh shit!" Like literally, like, "Oh shit."
You're Ron Simmons saying, "Damn."
Yeah, pretty much.
Damn.
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 Well, I'll
Here we go. I'm gonna listen to it right now. How long is it?
1:30. You know what? Hold on.
All right.
I'll play it right now too. So start it now.
My computer's
What do you think about the
funky,
fallout
so I'm not gonna be. I
of
don't
the
want to
big
mess
baller
with it.
brand
Right.
and Lonzo Ball
I'll
saying
listen
now
to
it's
it
time
later.
for him to be his own
All
man?
right. I'm starting it. I can't hear
He should have been
shit.
his own man from the beginning, Jalen. You can't let your family
Fuck
members
you,
try
Smart
to
Pixel.
piggyback on your
Oh, that's-
success. This is his time. He's a nice
Yeah.
kid. He's a good player. I like to see him healthy. But this thing has been a disaster from day one. It was never going to work. And I feel bad because this old big mouth Jack dad has put his kid in an awkward situation all year. And like I say, I don't want to see anything bad happen to the kid, but I don't like his dad at all. And this thing has been a joke from the beginning.
Are you concerned about what it does going forward? There are a lot of people who looked at this and thought that maybe someone needed to blaze this trail. Does it feel now like maybe the wrong people did it and it might discourage others from trying it in the future?
Well, Green, it's not going to work because they don't want to pay anybody. They want to make money. They want people to wear their shoes and they make all the money. You know, people can say all they want to about Nike, Adidas, and Reebok. And they actually pay us to wear their shoes. You know, we've all became multimillionaires. Nike has paid me millions and millions and millions of dollars a year to wear their shoes. If Nike came to me and said, hey, we'll give you shoes and we're going to take all the money, that doesn't sound like a good business plan to me.
All right.
Damn.
Yeah, right?
I'll listen to it later.
Well, thing is, right there, he said, like, you know, they wanted to keep all the money and just have them wear the shoes.
Yeah.
And that, you know, because, oh, well, you're making money anyway because you're part of the brand. Where, like we said, Nike comes up and Nike pays them to wear the shoes.
Right.
Yeah. You know, so it was dumb. It was stupid though, thinking it was going to work anyway. It's like, hey, you wear the shoes and we keep all the money. Fuck you.
Yeah.
And
what
LeVar's
else?
a loudmouth. Everybody knows LeVar's a loudmouth.
Yeah, that was. Oh, I can beat LeBron James in a pickup game.
He said he could beat Jordan in a pickup game.
And he
Was
said
this
that,
the
yeah.
same one that showed up on Raw a couple years ago?
Yeah, yep.
And then dropped a certain bomb, dropped the word during the live segment?
Well, that was
Oh,
Matt LaMelo. That was the youngest one.
I thought so. Now it's all starting to make sense.
Yeah, the father tried to fight the Miz.
Yeah, and he came down to the ring jumping around like it was a lunatic.
Yep.
yeah, because he had no idea what he was doing.
Other signs that happened in baseball to wrap this up. Hendricks signed a 4-year extension with the Cubs, and in my opinion, one of the double-edged swords for the Mets. They caved.
I was waiting for this.
They
I was waiting for this.
caved, and they gave DeGrom his extension.
Now, what are you upset about with this contract?
They signed him with 2 fucking years left in his contract. You have another year to watch DeGrom. Now, so thinking about this, it's a double-edged sword. On one hand, you're doing this super early, so if he blows his arm out and can't pitch again, there might not be any insurance on him because he already had Tommy John surgery.
Right.
So you're taking a risk. But on the other hand, if he goes out this year and pitches amazing, you're probably going to have to shell out another $10 million to keep him around a year.
Right.
So
Wait, they pay his extension, and you think if he pitches amazing, they have to pay more money?
No. Like, say if they did not give him extension this year, and he goes this entire year and has another Cy Young year. They're gonna have to pay him They're gonna have to pay him close to $35 million a year, and the Mets can't afford that.
No.
But it's the fact that really, if you think about it, the Mets got pressured into this by the fucking fans and the media. Because everybody around the Mets were getting contract extensions. Verlander was getting a contract. Sale was getting a contract extension. Trout was getting one. Granted, he's offense. And just so on and so forth. And they're like, oh, well, the Mets had to extend him. You had 2 years of control on the guy. You didn't have to extend him this season.
Yeah, but here's one thing. Here's something that I was going to say. Are you done? Because I'll let.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Now, I'm glad the deal is done because he's always said he wanted to stay here. He never wanted to leave New York. Loves pitching here.
Yeah.
Loves pitching at Citi Field, and that's actually good. A player wanting to stay with his team, regardless of how bad they've been the last few years.
Yeah.
Now, and another thing, sure, granted, it's not a bad contract salary-wise, but
They got him on the cheap, in my opinion. They got him on the
they got
cheap.
him. It's like they didn't come out and say it, but it's a hometown discount.
Yeah.
It's basically that's what it is, a hometown discount. But the fact that we don't have to hear throughout the season every time DeGrom pitches, oh, this, oh, the agents are still talking. Oh, I was getting sick and tired of hearing this, that, and the other thing about during the season about the contract and really be traded. It was almost made it straight Harper Manning Machado crap. You know, it's like every other week you turn on baseball news. Oh, Harper, oh, Machado didn't sign. Oh, Harper's doing this. Harper spoke to that one. Machado spoke to that one. It just got to the point where when Noah Syndergaard came out and said,
which he should have never fucking opened his mouth.
But I got a quick rant about that and somebody else. But let me finish my thought.
Yeah, go ahead.
The fact that he just said, pay the guy what he's worth and get it done, because it may not have come out in the media, but this was hanging over the locker room, and you know this was causing issues in the locker room.
To who? Because you know what Syndergaard's gonna do? Because you know what Syndergaard's gonna do when he's got 2 years left? He's gonna go to Van Wagenen and be like, I want an extension.
But here's the thing. There's a certain sports personality who does.
Yeah, he can go fuck himself too.
Let me go on my little rant, and then I've been holding this in all day.
Go ahead, go on. Not the Mad Dog, but the other one. Go ahead.
Mike Francesa needs to go away. This guy, him comparing Noah Syndergaard to Matt Harvey is like comparing apples to oranges or horseshit to horseshit. He needs to stop. You know, he's claiming that, he's becoming a bad apple, he's becoming like Harvey. No, Harvey screwed Harvey. I hate to steal Bret Hart thing, but Harvey screwed Harvey. Okay? He screwed himself. Okay? I don't want to go to the minor league because of if he had just gone to the minor leagues and worked out his shit, maybe he'd still be here.
Yeah.
Because, look, he went to Cincinnati, had a decent playing with Cincinnati. But then guess what? You were a free agent. Cincinnati didn't want your ass. Yeah. Anaheim, you had a contract. And you're still not performing with Anaheim. Anaheim's going to end up dropping you, and he's going to end up playing independent ball in Long Island somewhere.
Yeah, he'll be a duck.
He'll be a duck.
Wait. Who's Anaheim? Is that the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim?
Anaheim, yeah.
Yeah, the Rally Monkeys, you know.
The law team.
But Francesa has constantly, since he came back to radio, has done nothing but put his foot in his mouth, left, right, forward, and backwards. He should have stayed retired. He should have stayed doing whatever he was doing. I used to love listening to him and Russo talk, but the next couple of years, Francesa has done nothing but want to make me change the station.
Yeah, just go to Michael Kay. He's better.
Well, Michael Kay, yeah. I mean, I'm not a Yankee guy, but Michael Kay is a hell of a lot better than Mike Francesa. Mike Francesa needs to retire and stay away. Because every time I turn him on and listen to him talk, when a fan calls in with an opinion that he doesn't like, he tells him to shut up. He tells him to do this. He tells him to do that.
Oh, he did it today. He hung up on 3 callers, because he didn't want to deal with shit.
First of all, Francesa got on my bad side when he made the Stan Lee comment.
Oh, well.
He made that comment. But then that was one thing. But then when he starts to compare Syndergaard to Harvey, he needs to stop.
Wait, what was the Stan Lee comment?
When Stan Lee, you know who Stan Lee is, the comic guy?
Yeah.
Somebody called in and said, Stan Lee passed away today. And Francesa's exact words were, Stan Lee died? Who cares? He said, who cares if he died? know, and I'm sorry, that pissed a lot of people. He actually had to win issue.
Holy shit.
We got over there.
That's why you've been breaking up.
Why?
No, because it's catching the birds chirping, so it's clicking off John's. It's clicking off of John's talking. They heard the rant, but I'm just saying it's like, oh my god.
Yeah, no.
What is that?
Oh, what my roommates.
I was gonna say, whose dog is that? I don't have a dog.
That's all this dog does is bark.
But basically, I just wanted to get. I know he's never going to hear this, but Mike Francesa needs to go away.
I'll tweet it to him. I don't care.
He needs to go away. That's it. I said
No, Francesa. The only thing that I agreed with Francesa is because he said the same thing Michael Kay did. You don't have to give DeGrom his contract now.
Yeah, it's like it's the Stanley. I mean, the Stan Lee thing, I can see sports radio personalities being like, all right, who cares? Because, they're all in, like, mafia movies and shit.
Yeah.
But the fact that a man passes away and your first word you are is, who cares? That just shows you have...
To piss him off, a lot of people call in and say, oh, who's going to win the Royal Rumble? And it's March.
But,
God.
It was just something, it was just said in such poor taste. And I just think,
that's like what's...
I don't know who Stan Lee is. I'm sorry that he passed away, but I don't know anything. If he had said something like that, nobody would have cared. But by saying who cares, that's just basically saying, oh, someone died. Who cares?
Well, that's like sports wrestling. That's like sports personalities. When people want to talk about UFC, they're like, who gives a shit? Who cares? It's not a real sport.
Well, you see, that's different than when someone dies. That's a little different. The subject matter is different. I can understand your point with that, but that's like saying, oh, if somebody he likes passed away, did the fans call in and say, oh, somebody died? Who cares?
Yeah, well, Francesa's a hack. Francesa hasn't been popular since Mike and the fucking Mad Dog.
That's what I just said. That's what I was trying to get to in my little spiel. But you see, my point is like.
And by the way, Mad Dog has like a monthly rant on fucking Michael Kay and on the Michael Kay show. So,
gee, the fact that Russo doesn't want anything to do with Francesa anymore, maybe that's saying something to Francesa. Like, gee, when your partner of X amount of years don't want nothing to do with you, maybe it's time to go away now. Piece of garbage.
But no, and other things too, like But anyway, yeah, the whole thing with DeGrom that I did not like is now you have 2 years. Now anyone in that locker room that comes at 2 years and they want an extension, they're going to go. Because you should have waited a year, got that year's son, because if he blows out his shoulder, you got away from it scot-free. Now you're locked in for another 6 years.
Yeah, but you know what? There's only a couple guys that are on the Mets team right now that are eligible for stuff that they're talking about. Zach Wheeler's a free agent this year. You
should have locked him down first.
You got him. Conforto's got a couple years left, and Noah Syndergaard's got a couple years.
Yeah,
left. Those guys right there.
And Mads.
Mads is a joke. Mads. I'm sorry, they're not going to give Mads is. He's just thankful he's got a job right now. The way he pitches, I'm sorry. I was high on him when he first came up, but then. He's got so many little quirks. He can't do this. He's got to touch his hat 6,000 fucking times.
I mean, he's better than fucking what's his name from the Yankees that tips off his pitches.
Oh, Tanaka.
Severino.
Oh, well. I don't follow Yankee stuff like I follow Mets stuff. But all I know is the Mets have Conforto to lock down, Syndergaard to lock down, Wheeler to lock down, and you're probably going to disagree with. I think they need to lock down Nimmo, too.
Yeah, they did need to. But, all right. I know Chris is dying right now, so let's get to the UFC.
Okay.
Holy shit, the Mets is over? Well, I don't even call it baseball anymore. I call it the Mets.
No, the Mets were the top of the news, though. So I had to close with that.
But Chris, listen, when you ranted about the Harper thing. This was my Harper thing. This has been boiling in me all day that I had to get it out.
All right, and Kim just said it is Harper Eve, so happy Harper Eve,
Yes.
Philadelphia.
Then it's happy DeGrom Eve too, because DeGrom and Scherzer are going tomorrow.
Yeah, but no one gives a shit. It's Harper.
I don't know. Like, this is interesting because I don't know who could. Like, Philly should be taking this division, but I'm more worried about the wild cards. Who's going to take the wild cards out of this?
The Braves.
I mean, listen, the Mets and Washington and Atlanta are all going to be. Atlanta and Philly have more power offense. Mets and Washington are going to have to rely on their pitching and defense to have them win games. But with how the Mets pitching are, I think they have the best rotation out of the four.
They do. Yes. They do.
Okay, and we had the best rotation years ago, and how did that work out?
They also got riddled by fucking injuries a couple years ago. You got to remember, it's been what? The Mets at least been in the World Series this decade.
No, remember we had the four aces? How'd that work out?
Yeah, you didn't have a guy who just won the Cy Young because his offense sucked.
Exactly. Bingo!
We had a Cy Young winner.
No, I'm talking about a Cy Young.
Wait, we had a guy. Wait, we did have, when we had the four aces. We did have a Cy Young winner that won the Cy Young because even though his offense sucked. Roy Halladay.
No. Yeah, Roy Halladay at least had a winning record.
He did.
Yeah, Roy Halladay his offense still sucked. The Blue Jays still did shit.
Okay. Well, did you hear the news? Did you hear the news that just dropped today?
What?
The headline for July 6th, this is where, so they did officially drop McGregor. John Jones will be fighting Santos, and Nunes is fighting Holmes.
Damn.
Ouch.
To headline UFC 239 July 6th.
All right, so Amanda Nunes fights Holly Holmes. So we'll see if this is the Amanda Nunes that wants to fight or if this is the Amanda Nunes that wants to retire.
Yeah, and then Joe Santos.
The latter, though.
And then Joan Santos is going to be a fucking war.
Jones and Santos is going to be amazing.
Oh my god!
That I might have to actually stop and watch that one because I've seen
John, I will tell you right now, if Chris is coming down, I might have to go to fucking iPlay for this shit, for that one.
Oh my god, dude! Oh yeah, dude! I'll be sleeping over, okay?
Oh my god!
I'm not doing that ride back. I'm not doing that ride back.
Let's call Ryan. Let's make a night out of it.
Also, Kim just said with your Mets talk, the Fanatic is sleeping and he's in a tasty cake coma right now.
Okay, and he's just getting ready for for Gritty to take over his shift.
That's right, and yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, with McGregor retiring, they have found a suitable replacement for the light heavyweight championship, or for that main event. And I don't care who wins that fight. For once, I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy it.
Yeah, that's gonna be good.
I ain't betting on that fight. I don't give two shits. I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy that match.
Is it gonna be a 3-rounder or 5-rounder in that one?
5 because it's the title and the main.
Oh yeah, so then for 5 minutes, for the 5 rounds, it's gonna go 5 rounds. You think or no?
I think that's gonna. I mean, if that's a 5-rounder, they're literally gonna beat the piss out of each other.
What, Jones and Santos?
Yeah.
Jones and Santos doesn't make it out of the 3rd round.
I was gonna say, if that made it 5 rounds, they have literally they kill each other. If that goes 5, they might kill each other in the octagon. If that goes 5 rounds.
Uh-oh, Kim says Gritty can't work a Giant.
Why can't Gritty work a Giant?
Because he'll throw cheesesteaks at people.
Oh, shit. Okay. Touche, Kim. Touche.
Yeah, I give credit for that one. A for effort on that one.
Yeah. Gritty goes back to asking people for bumming cigarettes at Wawa.
Oh, God. So, yeah. So, last week's fights were fun. Oh, my fucking God. It's showtime, motherfuckers.
Oh, my God.
What did I tell you? Fucking Pettis. Oh, my. Pretty boy got knocked. The pretty got knocked out of Pretty Boy.
You got knocked the fuck out.
Damn. The best part was Curtis Blades after he won the decision against Lewis. Yeah, it was Jeff Lewis, right?
Yeah.
Or Jeff Willis. Sorry, Willis. He goes, Willis needs somebody got to go tell Big Titty to work on his wrestling.
Yeah. Yeah.
He did. Call him Big Pretty, Big Titty.
Oh my God, that was something.
Oh my God.
That knockout. I mean, Blade just sat on the entire night.
Well, Willis couldn't do anything, and every time Willis started to do something, Willis would like slam him down, and Willis looked like a freaking whale, like, oh my God, oh my Lord. Can I tell how right was I about the women?
I did not see the Davis fight or the Hill fight, but
all right, well, Davis got screwed.
But that fucking
Davis
Marcy match. Woo.
Oh, Macy Barber?
Yeah.
The best thing, because the people were already starting, like, Macy Barber's going to be like Ronda. Well, Ronda got knocked down and got knocked out. Macy Barber got knocked down, and she just got up like, I don't go down.
Okay, I got a question for you. Thoughts on the full Under Armour shirt?
The what?
What JJ was wearing.
Oh, it's not an Under Armour shirt. It's a Reebok shirt.
Yeah. Same thing. You know what I mean.
Women in MMA have the choice. They could wear the sports bra.
I'm saying, but what do you prefer?
Or they can wear the shirt.
I don't like, just personally, I don't like the shirt because I think you can grab onto that too much.
You really can't. I mean, if you look at what Randa Marcos wore, she had a tank top.
Yeah. I don't know. I just prefer, like, it's one of those things where it's like, it's kind of like what,
a tight tank top.
Yeah, but it's also at the same time, it kind of reminds me of the, like, what was it? Like when Gracie was fighting, when he had the gi. You remember that? Like, he used to grab the gi to get extra pressure. I don't know. It just seems like that's something you can grab. You guys still there?
I'm still
yeah,
I'm still
okay.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened. I was like, ooh.
Yeah. No, I just said it's kind of like, to me, it's something that she can grab onto. It almost reminds me of, like, the Gracie gi.
But you can't really, because that shirt's way too tight. If anything, the opponent can grab on it, and that does nothing.
Well, I mean, it could cause leverage. But anyway, that was a fucking hell of a fight, though.
Oh, yeah, Aldrich nailed Macy Barber, and the best thing Macy Barber said was after the fight, when she won, the first thing she says, I don't quit. I don't quit. The first thing she said, she wasn't like, oh, yeah, I did this and that, and that. She's like, I don't quit.
That fucking
It's like, what could you do to change? It's like, well, she's like, what could you do to change? She's like, well, not get knocked down.
Yeah, that fucking knee that she delivered on that flurry it was partially blocked, but that was disgusting.
Oh, that knee was nasty, and then she nailed her with that elbow.
Yeah.
Up against the cage, and then she just whacked her against the cage, and that was the end of it. But that one hook, oh my God, that cross hook just boom.
Yeah.
You hear that. You hear. I'm like, everyone's like, oh.
Violent Bob Ross was an okay fight.
That was. I don't even want to talk about that one. That sucked. Brandon Marcos took out Angela Hill, and there apparently there was some bad blood there. Brandon Marcos, man, she took her down and just grounded and pounded her ass, and then she submitted her.
Yeah, like you do. Like that as a game plan. That's what you do.
Yeah, I said Brandon Marcos was going to walk away with it, and I didn't. I thought it was going to be a decision. And here she goes tapping her out. I'm like, damn, Angela Hill has no ground game.
So, John, if you want to watch some USC, watch Saturday. Because Saturday is on ESPN.
Oh, let's continue quick. Alexis Davis got screwed.
I didn't see the fight. I got to go back and watch it. So,
because there's no way that you could tell me Jennifer Maia won that fight. There is no way. Now the Violent Bob Ross fight with Luis Pena, man, Peterson had his tank going at full for about 2 minutes, and then he just died. He tried for a submission, and then he died.
I mean, that could have been due to the weight cut that he couldn't reach.
No, well, first off, Pena had a problem making weight. Pena didn't make weight.
No, Pena was gassed halfway through too.
Yeah, Pena was gassed halfway through, and then Peterson was supposed to take care of him in the later rounds. Never did.
Never could.
Because he was so gassed from trying to do that submission that he was just laying on him. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
It was a bad fight. But Wonder Boy versus Pettis, oh my God.
Oh, kick, bounce off the cage, Superman hook, knock the fuck out.
Yeah, and the thing is, Wonder Boy was sort of beating Pettis.
That wasn't up in the air. That wasn't up in the air. Those 2 rounds were very up in the air.
Yeah, like Wonder Boy.
Yeah, with how that could have been called. 10 seconds left. Oh, I'm gonna kick you off the cage. Wha-bang! Good night.
Yeah. Well, what happened was Thompson was going for Pettis' face the whole
time. He bloodied him up hard.
Peppering him and all that. Where Pettis was leg kicking the shit out of Thompson. And you could tell Thompson was starting to move a little slow. So Thompson goes for a kick against Pettis on the cage, and Pettis just bounces right back off, jumps off the cage with a Superman hook, where a slowed down Stephen Thompson's like, and then boom.
Oh, it was beautiful. And you just see him go, doom, night night.
It landed flush right on the chin. It was over.
Like I look up and I'm watching this fight and I just go, oh my God.
Yeah, well, we were talking that Pettis would have to rush and probably have to do something against.
And then
Thompson.
And by the way, what made me laugh was just my reaction afterwards. I Facebook him. I go, Showtime, motherfucker.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. His reaction was, holy shit.
Yeah.
Holy shiitake mushroom.
All right.
Now
this card, oh boy.
ESPN and ESPN Plus, 3:30 ESPN Plus is your early prelims. Your prelims start at 5, and your main card starts at 7 on ESPN 1. Let's get to the early prelims with Alex Perez takes on Mark De La Rosa.
I'm trying to get there. Hold on.
Bantamweight fight. Perez is a minus 330, while De Rosa is a hard, heavy underdog at plus 260.
Goddamn Google.
See,
or goddamn thing.
This is interesting because De La Rosa is 11-1, but I don't think he's actually had a fight in a couple years now. Or because he's more of a name to me than Perez. I've heard of Mark De La Rosa.
Well, of course you hear Mark De La Rosa. Mark De La Rosa is also married to Montana De La Rosa.
Yes. How is that going to change in the fight game? I don't know, because I really have never seen Perez, but they're both pretty much dead equal. Both 5'6", 135 pounds with a 65-inch reach.
All right, hold on. Here we go. Early prelims. Whoa, we have early prelims? Damn.
Yes, that's what I'm on right now.
All right.
That's going to be on ESPN Plus.
Yeah. Ray Borg. Oh, Alex Perez, Mark De La Rosa.
Yep.
I like Perez.
So do I. Even though as a betting guy, that is a hard, that is a stay away.
Yeah, it's a stay away.
But if I had to take a pick on who's going to win, it's Perez. I like Perez. But,
all right, then
but stay away.
All right, then you have Sabina Mazo making her UFC debut versus Marina Moroz. And a lot of people are going to go to Moroz because she's the name. But Mazo's undefeated. And Moroz...
This is a showcase. This is a showcase fight.
Yeah, also Marina Moroz has... Well, she came in and, tapped out someone quick.
Yeah.
And then she lost 2 fights to sort of people she really has no business losing to.
How does this chick have a 70-inch fucking reach?
Who, Moroz?
Yeah.
Oh.
Damn.
Or no, Sabrina.
Oh, Sabina Mazo?
Sabina is 5'7", $125 with a 70-inch reach.
How is that possible?
Lanky?
It happens.
Lanky girl.
Yeah. So Sabina Mazo, I'm tending to lean towards Mazo over Moroz because it seems like a showcase fight. Trying to get Mazo up in the up in the rankings like Macy Barber.
Yeah, she's undefeated. She fought in the LFA, wherever that is.
Right. But Moroz does need this victory to stay, relevant.
Right.
But she's lost to 2 people that she has no business losing to.
Agreed.
Like, you look at where is it? I'll pull it up. You look at Moroz's record. The Iron Lady.
What is it? She's lost to Hill, Angela Hill, and Carla Esparza, and then Valerie.
Calderwood. She beat Calderwood with a
Yeah.
submission in round 1. This is in 2015. Then lost to Letourneau,
Yep, and then,
which she shouldn't have lost.
Yeah, then I got the other 2 wins, which were 2016.
Then she lost to Esparza by decision. But Esparza is a former champ, so you really can't go.
No.
But then she lost to Angela Hill, which was bull. Then she had 2 fights canceled. She had the fight against Jamie Moyle canceled, and the fight against Ariane Lipsky canceled.
Her last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Her last 5 fights have all ended in decision.
Yeah, or cancellations.
Well, they don't count those as wins or losses, but I'm saying they're as the fight she's fought, they've all went the distance. This will
her
not.
last
This
fight,
will not.
fight was decision. I don't know. Her last fight was a decision against Angela Hill. So I think this versus Mazo will go to decision. I think it will. I like Mazo in the fight, but I think Moroz has an outside shot.
Well, I think also too.
She's back in that win column.
Here's the thing. Mazo is used to going 5 rounds.
Yeah.
Moreau is not. This does not end pretty for Moroz.
Well, Moroz doesn't need to go 5 rounds. All you got to go is 3.
Okay, you ready for this? So, out of her last 5 fights, unanimous decision when she was the champ. KO. It ended within the first 4 minutes of the first round.
Yeah, but who is she taking on?
Leslie Williams and Jamie Thornton.
Okay, again, UFC is a big step up in competition.
Right. I'm not saying it's not, but granted, she's only had 7 fights. 4 out of her 6 fights have been unanimous decision. 2 were knockouts.
I mean, everybody thought that like they were feeding Joanne Calderwood to Ariane Lipski, and what happened? Joanne Calderwood took her apart.
Yeah.
So don't go against the vets. I found that out quick, and Monroe's victory to stay relevant.
Yeah.
And we'll see. I mean, we'll see. This one I can't give a sure thing because you could actually put something on Moreau's, and who knows. And Mazzo, of course, is the smart money bet, but people said that about Lipski, so.
Yeah. All right. Then you have the prelim main event is Ray Borg versus Casey Kenny.
Well, that's the early
prelim main event. Sorry.
Give me Ray Borg. I'm going with the Borg.
Yeah, give me Borg. All right, now to your prelims. Kevin Holland versus... How do you pronounce his last name? Gerard...
Let me see. Hold on.
Gerald...
Gerald. Hold on.
Geralt, he's the Witcher
character. Mearshirt.
Gerald
Mearshirt.
Okay.
Gerald Mearshirt. Kevin Holland versus Gerald Mearshirt. Mearshirt.
Oh my god, that reach. Holy fuck. 6'3", 81-inch reach.
Holland. I don't know who to go with here.
Now, is Gerald a wrestler? Or is he a boxer?
Oh, is this a striker?
He's a wrestler. He's won the last two fights he's had has been win by submission. And the other ones since he won the Ultimate Fighter maybe not won the Ultimate Fighter, but he's won the other two. His last 5 fights, 2 by TKO, 3 by submission.
And Kevin Holland.
I like the upset when it comes to the. I don't know if he can get in on him. I like the fact that I think he can make him tap out, even though he's a lankier guy. He's got the reach on the guy and 2 inches taller. I think Gerald might be able to get. If Gerald can get in, he can finish this fight.
Yeah, see what Kevin... I don't even know what Kevin Holland is.
I'd go with the dog in this one.
Oh, Kevin Holland defeated John Phillips via submission at his last fight.
Okay.
Which was Blades Ngannou.
Okay.
All right.
I don't know. I like the dog in that.
And the dog is Mearshirt?
Yeah.
It could be. Who knows? I'll take Holland.
Okay.
I guess. I'm not. I'd have to look more at him.
Yeah. What do you like in this next one?
Let me get to the preliminaries. Yeah, because I was looking at his ass all over the place and I couldn't find it. All right. Enrique Barzola versus Kevin Aguiar.
Yep, that's where we're at.
I'll go with Aguiar.
Yeah. Boy, you want to talk about a stay away bet if you were really looking to not bet on the favorite. Desmond Green is a minus 450.
God damn. They must really think the world of him.
And
That's
Ross
terrible.
Peterson,
Even I know that.
Ross Pearson, Pearson is a plus 350 dog.
Damn.
I might just
Ross
throw,
Pearson's a scrapper, though.
I might just throw $2 on Ross just to see what the fuck happens.
I know Ross Pearson's a scrapper. That's a hell of a dog.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, Desmond Green. Let's find out why. What makes Desmond Green so special here?
And why are you on the prelims?
Yeah, because that's a little. Because that's a hell of a. The Predator, Desmond Green. All right, let's see what he's done here. All right, his last fight was against Marbek Tasumov, and Tasumov won in a decision. Then Green won by decision against Gleason Tabau.
He lost Ross lost the last 5 or 6.
Gleason. Yeah. Oh God, Ross. Oh, so Ross is fighting for his contract.
Yeah, I you know what though? That means he has nothing to lose.
I know. Ross is older. Green is younger. Damn.
I might just throw $2 down on Ross just to see what the hell happens.
Let me see. Ross got decision Mike Desi. Then he beat Mizuto Hirota in 18. So he's only lost one fight.
You know what, though? Ross has lost 3 of 6. Or Green's lost 3 of 6.
Then he lost Dan Hooker.
You know, this is a toss-up. I think they're going by age because Green's younger. I really think that's the reason he's the dog. He's the favorite. Because they're kind of evenly matched.
I think Ross Pearson loves to fight. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Look at 2016, man. That boy.
I know, he had like a fight every month.
Jesus. January. Losing a decision to Francisco Chinaldo. In March, he beats Chad Laprise by decision. Then a tough finale is canceled. Then he loses to Will Brooks by decision. Then he loses a decision to Jorge Masvidal. Damn.
He likes to go the distance. And so does Green. This movie, this show, this will go the distance.
Yeah, and if it goes the distance, it's anybody's fight. I actually do like the real deal Ross Pearson.
Yeah.
Shit. I would throw a little bit on Ross and see what happens.
And with plus 350, you're getting a decent payback back. Like a $2 bet is getting you, let me actually do the math right now. I got the fucking app on my phone.
Yeah.
So if you throw a $2 bet down, you're getting $9 back on a $2 bet.
Damn.
That's pretty good. Like, yeah, you throw like on an average, you see people throw a 5 spot down. Yeah, you're winning $20 on a $5 bet for that fight. That's not something to be too shabby about. Like, I would take that. Okay, next fight.
Strawweight.
The main event of the prelim.
Yeah. Aguiar versus Rodriguez.
Give me Rodriguez.
Really?
Yeah. Takedown.
Why?
Takedown. The rest, the jiu-jitsu.
Aguiar is a jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, I like the 10-0-1.
Let me see who Rodriguez has fought. Before you get all that, 10-0-1. Let's see who Rodriguez has fought.
Well, okay, so Aguilar here has...
Because Aguiar's fought a who's who.
Well, here's the thing. In the UFC, she's lost the last 3 of her 4.
Yeah, but look who they're against.
Casey, Zhang, Galahara. Or Giadelli, sorry.
All right. What you mean, Claudia Gadelia?
Gadelia. Sorry, thank you.
All right. Claudia Gadelia is, I think, one of the top 5 in the world in the strawweight division.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying those were
hold on. Weili Zhang beat Tisha Torres to move into the top 6 or top 5. And Courtney Casey is ranked also. Where Marina Rodriguez has her fight with Alexa Grasso was canceled. Then she fought to a draw with Randa Marcos.
Yeah.
That's it. I like Aguiar. Give me Jessica Aguiar. I'm sorry, when you fight like talent like Claudia Gadelia and shit like that, Marina Rodriguez drew with Randa Marcos. So Randa Marcos, though she's nothing to sneeze at, she's not Claudia Gadelia.
Yeah.
She's not Claudia Gadelia. Like, her first fight. Well, I don't know if it's her first fight. It's this fight anyway. Claudia Gadelia won, and by decision. You took Claudia to decision? Then Courtney Casey by decision, and I saw that fight, and that was bullshit. Casey lost that fight.
All right.
Was submission.
All right.
Jody Escobar, she won. Oh. I like Aguiar.
Okay. I don't think I have money on that fight anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
I like Aguiar.
All right, main card.
Damn.
I'm not even going to try to pronounce their fucking names.
Sadiq Yusuf versus Shaman Moraes. Shaman Moraes. Give me Moraes.
Moraes as the dog? Okay, yeah, I can see that too.
I don't know. Then Kennedy Njoku versus Paul Craig.
I like, as much as I like Njoku, I think Craig might shut some people up.
I'll go with the undefeated.
Yeah, that's the smart bet. I mean, I like that, but I could see Craig knocking somebody out.
See, this fight right here should be the co-main event.
I'm already saying it right now. Watterson.
I don't know. Karolina Kowalkiewicz versus the karate hottie Michelle Watterson. Watterson has the story, but Kowalkiewicz is already ranked, and she's trying to get higher and get to that title shot.
Right. Well, this is a big match for both of them.
Oh, it is. Like, all right, I'll look at Kowalkiewicz. You look at Watterson.
Okay. Last three of five. She's 3-2.
Yeah, who does she fight though?
She had Paige Van Zant. She won with a submission or rear naked choke. That was back in 2016.
Okay.
Rose Namajunas.
No, it's Namajunas.
She got submitted. She lost by rear naked choke.
Yeah, it's Thug Rose.
Yeah. She got to the second round. That was mid-second round. Tisha Torres.
Yep, Tisha Torres.
Lost by decision, unanimous decision. Courtney Casey, she won via split decision. And, how do you pronounce her? Felicia Harrigy?
Felicia Harrig.
Hag. Won unanimously. So she's coming off a 2-win. She's coming off a 2-win win streak.
Okay. All right. I like. I'm sorry. I like Kowalkiewicz.
Okay, who she got?
I like Kowalkiewicz. All right. She started. All right. Well, she beat Randa Marcos by decision. Then she lost. All right. Let me see. Then where is it? Where is it? She beat Heather Jo Clark by decision. Then she beat Rose Namajunas by decision. And then she lost the women's strawweight title bout to Joanna Jędrzejczyk, which is nothing to sneeze at.
No.
You lost to Joanna. I mean, who doesn't lose to Joanna except for Rose? Then she lost to Claudia Gadelha, co-main. Then she beat Jodie Escobar. Then we move down. She beat Felice Herrig by decision, and then she got knocked out by Jessica Andrade. I mean, and Jessica Andrade is fighting Rose Namajunas for the title.
Yeah.
And now that they put her against the Karate Hottie, give me Carolina. I'm sorry, give me Carolina. Give me Carolina Kowalkiewicz, and she's probably going to vault herself back up in the title contention. Especially since she is one of the few strawweights on them rankings that has beaten Rose Namajunas.
Yeah.
I think Thug wants that fight back.
Yep. All right.
Then
let's speed this up a little. We're almost closing on 4 hours.
Yeah. Oh, God damn. All right, Josh Emmett. Because we've talked forever about wrestling again.
Hey, it was still a good conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you guys went off to the races.
All right. At least it's not.
Yeah.
At least it's not 11:30 at night.
Thank God. Michael Johnson, Josh Emmett. I don't know.
I don't care. This is literally a split fight.
Yeah, who cares? David Branch, Jack Hermanson. I think I'll take Jack Hermanson.
Yeah, again, it's one of those things where it's even money on the dog. Fuck that.
And the main event, over under 30 leg kicks thrown.
Over.
Oh, completely. Edson Barbosa and Justin Gaethje.
I like Barbosa.
These two guys are the ridiculous leg kickers.
I like Barbosa.
And I like Gaethje.
Okay.
I like Justin Gaethje because, I mean, Barbosa just once in a while and all that, and where Gaethje's just riding a high right now.
Leg kick! Leg kick! Leg kick! Leg kick!
Well, also, it's like a ridiculous pace that he pushes. And if he pushes that on Barbosa, I think Barbosa crumbles.
All right. Well, with that
is that.
Yes, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that was another episode of the Nerd Zone on the NERDPORT Network. Next week, we are pushing the show back. John will not be with us because he's got a wrestling show to go to because it is WrestleMania weekend out here in Jersey.
Yes. Wrestle Pro.
Yeah, you mentioned wrestling and then Wrestle Pro.
Yeah, well, whatever.
It's the funniest money. It's literally a comedy show.
It's a comedy show. It's gonna be. It's gonna be. I mean, it's headlined by Colt Cabana, and Santino Marella. Enough said.
Yeah. But ladies and gentlemen, the show next week will start at 8 o'clock. Friday, we will have this up on YouTube, and Saturday we will be rerunning the show with last week's episode. But with that being said, I'm F and Ronnie.
I'm Trips.
I'm Zombie.
Everybody enjoy opening day tomorrow, and we will see you next week.
See ya.
See ya.